Boot.dev takes your coding from beginner to expert the fun way through a hands-on RPG-like experience. Go to boot.dev and use code KINDAFUNNY to get 25% off your first year on the annual plan.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to Kinda Funny Gamescast for Friday, January 9th, 2026. I'm one of your hosts, Blessing Adeoye Jr., alongside the Nitro Rifle, Andy Cortez.
Yep. Crushed it.
Fuck.
Crushed it.
There it is. Right next to Andy, of course, we have the legend, Greg Miller.
You look great, Bless.
You look great, Greg.
Thank you.
Yeah, you said you haven't worn this since the old studio?
I haven't worn this apparently since the movie Monsters episode of Debatable. The show was still in the pocket. So excited to be here in my winter Mario outfit. Had to earn it now that I'm such a Nintendo fan.
Of course. Next to Greg Miller, we have the Lock, Roger Bicorni.
Happy to be replacing Tim, finally.
Yeah, happy to have you replacing. We never have you on this show, Roger. And last but not least, we have the master of hype, Snowbike Mike.
Thanks, Bless, for having me here. You look great. Andy, you look fabulous
Thank you,
as
homie.
well. Very excited for the third annual Smileys. I'm here, baby.
And if we can get a round of applause for Tim Geddes.
Yes.
Yes.
It's finally
Love you,
happening,
Tim.
everybody.
Happening. He's at home sick. He caught a cold, and so he wasn't able to come in today.
Yeah, if you watch Party Mode, apparently that's when it hit him, he said. And so I was too busy fucking shitting all over
I
him.
noticed a drop in energy from him, but I thought he was just sad because of the game.
Yes, I watched it back. He went dead silent. There was also a moment where we ended one world, and I was like, we're playing one more. And he shot me to death look. I'm like, no, Mike. And I was like, one more.
I'm dying right now.
We all felt that.
Of course, if you're watching live, you can be a part of this show by super chatting in on youtube.com/kindafunnygames. Remember, we couldn't do this without our producers over on patreon.com/kindafunny. So thank you to Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm Twining. For now, let's begin with topic of the show. We're doing the 2025 third annual Kinda Funny Smileys. If you're watching this for the first time, you might be wondering, what are the Smileys? Of course, on Monday, we're doing our Game of the Year Top 10, where each of us voted in. We'll count down our top 10 games of the year until we crown our number one Game of the Year. That is happening on Monday. But a few years ago, Andy Cortez came to me with an idea. We want to honor the games, just the wide breadth of games that came out in 2025. Of course, we honor the top 10 on Monday, but there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of video games that come out throughout the year that we love, that we want to talk about, that we want to celebrate. And we figured it'd be a fun idea to do categories, dress up, make it fancy, have a fancy set that Andy makes, handcrafts himself. And that's what we're doing today. We're going to honor a lot of the releases that came out in 2025. Yes, Greg?
I have a question for you.
What's up,
This
Greg?
is something for the table to discuss and figure out.
I like.
When you say third annual Kinda Funny Smileys, is this year 3 of it or year 4?
This
Year
is year
3.
Thank you. Someone tried to pull this shit on the inaugural KFGD Awards.
Let him know.
Next year, it's not going to be the second annual; it'll be the first annual, technically. And I'm like, I
don't like it.
It's confusing.
I pivoted to the inaugural thing because somebody pointed out you can't be the first annual. I was like, that's fine. I'm not confusing the matter that way. When you see third
Thank
annual,
you.
go, oh, it's the third year.
Yep.
At Kinda Funny, third annual means third year. I don't want any shit when the KFGD Awards roll around next year or the fourth annual Kinda Funny Smileys roll
I
around.
like that.
Beautiful.
The motion passes.
I love it. And
Get
also,
Tim off his deathbed to vote.
also, Bless, it's one of those things where, the whole point of this wasn't just to give one award to the one thing, because all of our tastes are so different. It's to kind of show off all of our different tastes and the things that we're into in video games, and also just celebrate the most amount of developers and, creations out there in the games industry.
And so we have a list of categories here. Andy and I have narrowed down to 4, sometimes 5 winners for each of the categories based on write-ins from the Kinda Funny crew. Last year we did 5 for every category and had 12 categories. It went a bit long. Of course, we had to kind of like pace ourselves more quickly than I think we ideally wanted. And so I tried to get down to about 4 winners. But
That's why we canceled the stream today. This is the stream. We're hanging
This
out.
is
yeah,
We're hanging out.
Well, I
having a
guess
good time.
invites coming.
I ordered
Whoa.
Starbucks. We're going to be here for a while. Let's
Take your
our
shoes off,
time.
Jay. You're not going
Take
anywhere.
your shoes off.
Everyone take our shoes off right here at the stage.
Ready?
Let's all do it.
At the same time?
Yeah,
Just
let's
took
all
mine
do it.
off.
Taking off the shoes.
Mine
Oh,
are
that
off.
feels good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I purposely just brought my
do this
Nikes
that
because I
often.
didn't want to be uncomfortable.
Now, Mike, do a shoey with whatever's in your Pikmin cup.
No, don't tell him to do that.
I'll
He'll do it.
Do it.
I'll
He'll
do
for
it for
sure
the
do
third
it.
annual Smileys.
You say whatever's in his Pikmin cup. Do you not think it's water?
Well, I didn't know if it was coffee
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
chai latte.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. I can see that.
Dogs
got
are out,
chai
everybody.
lattes coming.
So
Next
this is
will go
the
socks off.
Whoa, swap socks.
Soft socks.
this is the list of
Thank you.
categories we have for this year for the Smileys. Of course, we switch it up a little bit every single year. This list looks like this. We have Best Hidden Gem. That's for a fun surprise or not widely known game that excelled beyond expectation. We have Best Style, the game encompassing an outstanding combination of visuals, music, and or fidelity. We have Best Old Game, a non-2025 game that deserves recognition. Could be for a remake, remaster, resurgence, or something we relate to the game on. Best Multiplayer, the best games to play with a group of people. Best Story, the game that displayed outstanding storytelling and writing. Best Mechanic/Feature, that is honoring a game mechanic or feature that was unique and or pushed things forward. We have, as a new one, KFGPP, that is, or AKA Kind of Funny Games Preferred Partner, a side character, companion, or character in general this year that stood out from the pack. We have a new one for this year, Best Trailer. Of course, we react all the time. We watch all the showcases, so that's a big part of the identity of Kind of Funny. So we wanted to talk about trailers this year. That's for a trailer that presented incredibly well and evoked a strong reaction. And finally, we have Best Studio, the studio that earned MVP status in 2025. Of course, if you're watching live, you can super chat in with what your picks are for these categories, category by category. We'll check in with you, the audience, see what you guys have to say, and have a conversation. All right. Before we get in, do we have anything left to say? Any final words?
Feels nice not to have shoes on.
It does.
It does feel
Feels
kind of
really
comfortable. My
nice.
feet are getting a little bit cold, though.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have thin socks.
Can we get heated floors installed?
What if we all wore Crocs inside the office? The Crocs are nice.
Crocs are super comfortable.
Are you not
Crocs
wearing
are really
socks
nice.
With the Crocs?
I wear socks with the Crocs.
Socks with the
Wear
Crocs.
socks
Just in
with the
case my
Crocs.
toesy gets cold.
Do people usually wear socks with the Crocs? I feel like this.
I
I
wear
wear Crocs
socks
as a
with Crocs.
sandal.
You said we socks with the Crocs?
I think it all depends on how you're using the Croc.
of
My
course.
Crocs are at the back door, my Ghostbuster Crocs, so that I can walk coal or take the trash out. So I'm in socks in my house. I just put my socks into the Crocs and go that way. If I regret that when I got the Animal Crossing Crocs, they were very, I don't know if you know this, they were only made for women's sizes. That's offensive to male Animal Crossing fans.
Sure.
And frankly,
Is that 2 sizes above or below? I was
below?
Below.
Anyways, so like I was gonna wear those as my indoor Crocs, and I would have been happier to be barefoot or whatever. But no, I sock it up in my Croc.
Tough.
But I don't wear the Crocs out except for when I got tricked into going to the grocery store.
You got tricked?
Yeah.
That
I made the mistake of taking out. I was in my bib jeans. I'm in my Ghostbusters, and I'm wearing a hat. I look disgusting. I've been working on the attic all day long. I'm sweaty and disgusting. I went out and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go drop these clothes off at one of the donation bins. Not even like a center. Just drop it. And Jen was like, well, while you're out, go to the grocery.
Yep.
I'm like, motherfucker.
That's always what happens.
Walking around this high-end grocery store.
Do you
looking-
dress up to go to the grocery store, though? Because I feel
There's not okay. Again,
Yeah.
I'm wearing Ghostbuster Crocs and socks, bib jeans that are covered in dirt and shit from the attic.
Okay.
Some worn out Kind of Funny t-shirt. I'm
Yeah.
sure that like I wasn't. It's not dressing up like this. It was like I didn't look like I was human.
Yeah, but also the fear is like, do you run into people in your grocery
course, all
store?
the time.
So I ran into, I had an
now.
embarrassing moment. I never told the story. While I was at a Target, me and Leanne were in the ball section of the Target, bouncing balls because
Yeah.
we're bored. And then fucking Jonathan Dornbush walks by, and then I've never felt so embarrassed. We're like, oh hi, and we're just bouncing balls like little children. So then after that moment, I'm like, I'm buckled up.
You should invite him in. Dornbush would have done the exact same thing with you.
Come
So many
bounce
people
this
running into
ball.
Dorbush. Me and Greg ran into Dorbush randomly at the Korean grocery store that opened up
Yeah.
nearby.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere in San Francisco.
Yeah, good
Were you
for-
bouncing
good
balls
for
there
Dorbush.
too?
No, we were looking for
man.
sushi. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off with our first category, which is Best Hidden Gem. Again, this is for a fun surprise or not widely known game that excelled beyond expectation.
What I think is really exciting is I don't remember what I wrote down for any of these.
Hell yeah.
don't
Well, I have the
remember
stats for
You were reading categories. I'm like, I don't know. I voted.
Well, our first pick for Best Hidden Gem, again, this is in no specific order. Our first game here is Dead Take.
Oh,
Dead
nice.
yeah.
Of course.
Okay, clap it up.
This is one that was written in by both me and Barrett. I'm sad Barrett's not here to talk about it. Of course, Barrett's working really hard for on Game of the Year happening on Monday. But this is a game that me and Barrett streamed together. It was one that we were looking forward to. Of
This
course,
is a boo, right?
This is Abu and his team. You know them. Previously, they worked
Gonzera
on-
Zhao?
Yes, Zhao, Tails Gonzera. Or Tails Gonzera Zhao.
Yeah.
I think you got it right. And
I think you got it right, but I'm still going to try to correct you.
But yeah, Yeah, this is a game that is following up what was a 2D Metroidvania inspired by African mythology.
Yeah.
And from that, they pivoted into a first-person horror game with like kind of walking sim mechanics, kind of like escape room mechanics a little bit. You're trying to discover and figure out what's going on in this mansion that you've been invited to. There's a very interesting story being told here about Hollywood and the nature of performance and the nature of art and putting ourselves into art that I think is very well done. And I think even beyond that, something that I love in video games a lot is FMV. I'm down to play an FMV video game, whether it's Wales Interactive, whether it's in Immortality, right, or something like that. I'm so into the use of FMV, and Dead Take, I think, takes that and really does a good job with figuring out how to implement FMV in a way that is engaging and interesting and actually like a fun gameplay mechanic when you're going through different tapes and stuff. Shout out to the cast as well here.
Exactly, yeah. You know, obviously Ben, Alana's in this too. This is one that's a heartbreaker I haven't gotten to. You know how much I love the FMV video game right next to you, but it's just been such a crazy fucking year that I never got the chance to actually boot up Dead Take. But from the people who love this game like I love these kind of games, I only heard good things.
Yeah. Did anybody else get to check out Dead Take?
No.
No, it's a pretty short one though, right?
Yeah.
Still
Yeah,
won't
this
be
is one that me and Barrett beat in one stream. But it was also one that me and Barrett stayed a little bit late to beat this game.
You guys were locked in.
Yeah,
We
once
were
you get
locked
locked
in.
in. You're in that zone. It's
Yeah.
like, you think I would like it? I feel like this is a game that I might like.
I think you'd like streaming it.
Okay.
I think you'd like having the experience with people around you.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
All right, moving on to our second pick for best hidden gem. We have Keeper.
Oh!
This was one that was written
It's
in
coming up. I got it.
written in by Tim Geddes.
Ah!
Yeah, which surprised me because this is one that I guess I'll talk about this again, right? This is one that I loved.
Yeah.
Right. I was there. Me and Mike reviewed this together.
We reviewed
actually.
it. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely adored Keeper. I have so many good things to talk about with Keeper, but I want to start with Mike. Mike,
Yeah, Keeper's a special one. Keeper's a really fun just experience, right? And I think the team over at Double Fine is known for their design, their art, their just kind of wacky out there nature. And this game mixes all of it into kind of an emotional tale, one that you can share in a night. You could share over a course of like 8 to 10 hours, depending on how deep you want to get in. But I just had fun just getting lost in the visuals, really. The visuals and the sounds were the big ones for me. I had a good time with this.
yeah, I'm sad that Tim is homesick because there was one just random day, I think me and him finished a KFD or on a Gamescast or something, where he turns to me off mic and he's like, by the way, you're right about Keeper. Like letting me in on the fact that he had played it and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you guys did such a great Gamescast review of Keeper last year. They got me so excited for it. But again, I never got the time. But I remember Blessing, I think for you, I want to say you gave it an 8 and you're like this, but it's an 8 I love like a 10 or something. And it was like,
Yeah.
you sold me so much on the journey of what this game is.
Yeah, I forget exactly what I gave it, but like this is one that the art really hit me, even though there are small things here and there that I didn't really love as far as where it goes and like how it changes up certain gameplay mechanics. That said, I think the art here is beautiful. I think the visuals here are wonderful. I think even just the gameplay of the tower and how it moves and how it sounds and the audio design of it, I think is so well done. The music, the soundtrack of it, I think is so well done. And we had Paris on that episode, I believe, and Paris I think made a good observation talking about the story and how it connected with him as somebody who's a father, right? Now, I think the game has like a really interesting perspective on community and like what it means to be a part of community and taking care of one another. That is really cool seeing told via a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Just walking around.
Yeah.
A little bird.
We miss you, Tim.
We miss you, Tim.
We miss you, Paris.
Our third pick for best hidden gem is And Roger.
Ah, yeah. Fuck yeah.
This is what you wrote in with Greg.
Thank you very much. Thank you for reminding me. I like just being a fan of games, so I'm not afraid to put a. Yeah, Tim, I know also obviously all about this game. He talked about it recently on the last Gamescast he was on, I think. This is a tough one to talk about because you don't want to spoil it. There's a bigger narrative going on than may seem. But yes, you wake up in your house and there's a person in it, and you have to figure out if you're going to try to sneak out, if you're going to talk to them, what you're going to do. And obviously things are not as they seem. The most apt comparison I think is Florence. It is, a bunch of little mini games and little things going on that are telling you an emotional tale as you go. It's heartbreaking. It's beautiful. I loved it. Like I loved And Roger, and it's always so hard to talk about it and not talk about it. Brought me to. I think I forget if I cried during it, but I definitely teared up during it. And I had a similar moment to Tim of when I realized what it was about, because I was lucky enough to come in and not have it ruined for me. Of what are we doing here? Oh, okay. Oh shit, we're doing this, and it's something I've long known information about. I don't want to spoil anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm glad earlier you mentioned, it's hard to talk about this one without spoiling it. There will be no spoilers for all of this show, so don't worry about anything. We last year or 2 years ago we had like best boss fight and all that stuff can get a little bit spoilery, so there will be none of that here.
Yeah, And Roger, I think we all think of it. If you thought about it as a PC game, I do know it's out on Switch, and I think it's cheap. It's a smaller game. Buy Switch on the Nintendo Store, $5. Yeah, $5 on Steam over there. So yeah, you assume over here too as well.
About a 2-hour journey, right, or something?
Yeah,
It might even be less than that.
Oh,
I
okay.
think. Yeah, $4.99.
I think it could be an hour and a half.
I would encourage you all to go get it if you're that kind of gamer. If you want interesting mechanics telling you an interesting story, and it's what I love about video games when you hear me go on and on about Florence, about Gone Home. It's being able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and really get a different kind of experience.
Yeah, this is one that I had streamed, and I didn't cry while playing it, but I think I held it back because I'll stream.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to have somebody clip this out.
fails.
But it's one that really spoke to me for all the reasons that Greg talked about, and I think the comparison of Florence is really apt, just for a game that does a lot of similar things with both kind of its art style, but even so, how you interact with it and how it uses like unique forms of puzzles and just like unique scenarios that you're trying to solve the thing or put the thing to this thing to like tell the story that it's telling and touch on the subject matter that it's touching on. I think it's such a good marriage of gameplay
100%.
and what the story is they're telling.
I've gotten the subject matter spoiled for me. Should I still play this?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, early on, I think I had kind of known earlier before I played this game, but I just forgot.
It's one of those that I think if you are cognizant of the subject in general, when it starts, it's real
together.
quick. It's not like it's not like the credits rolling like, wait, it was what? No, it's revealed way before.
Yeah, like 5 minutes in, I think I predicted it, and then it kept going. I was like, okay, maybe I'm wrong, and then I looped back, and I was like, okay, no, this is exactly what it is. And so, knowing the subject matter will not ruin this game for you. Of course, those are our picks for best hidden. Oh no, we have one more pick actually. Sorry, we have one more pick, which is The Alters.
Yay! Alters is so good. 11-bit studios with a really unique story and unique gameplay elements. I think this is probably, like, in my opinion, the most unique game of the year, marrying a bunch of really neat elements from a lot of other styles of games that I'm into, whether it be decision making, whether it be resource management. You are an astronaut named Jan Dolsky, and you crash on a planet, and the whole concept is, hey, you're the only one here, and if you're going to try to do all this stuff to survive alone, it's kind of impossible. So you need more help, and you sort of take it upon yourself to use the technology aboard your ship to create clones of yourself. And these clones of yourself are all different. They're all different personalities. They're pretty much just different people with, maybe the same backstory of, here's what's happening with your mom, here's your relationship with your father. But every one of these clones made a different decision in your life, in their version of your life, right? So their lives changed drastically. And all of these characters all have different quirks about them. Some of them are really into, science. Some of them are really into just feet as well. Yeah.
Oh.
Some of them are just insane. Like there's like, it goes a lot of different wild places with a lot of cool surprises. And yeah, I think the story it's telling, along with all the characters involved, are really, really cool and interesting.
We've talked a lot about the Alters, and I have a question over here from Grad Ant in the chat. Does the Alters have a definitive ending, or is it endless management sim? I gave it a few hours one day, enjoyed the story, but not the mechanics so much.
Oh, yeah, no, it has like the game ends, you hit credits, it's over. Yeah. Very, very cool video game. I suggest everybody check it out. Yeah, I see Marty Pixelrod says it's like Mickey 17 kind of. Yeah, it's very similar to that. You are trying to survive with these and not only resource management, but employee person management, because these are all people who are like, hey, you're the leader here, you're running shit, but I fucking hate that we don't have good food to eat, man. And you're like, oh, damn, I got to make sure he's happy. And then suddenly your alters are like, at one point, or at many points might go, hey, we're gonna, we're starting a rebellion right now. We don't really like how you're managing this, and we think you're doing a terrible job. It's really awesome the way that you sort of manage all of that stuff, and sometimes become really good friends with them, and it's tells a really beautiful story.
Oh yeah. Well, those are our picks for best hidden gem. Congratulations to these picks. Got Dead Take Keeper and Roger and the Altars. Of course, I did ask you guys to write in. We got a super chat in from Lucid Dream who says, my hidden gem, Ender Magnolia. Are you guys familiar with Ender Magnolia?
Yes.
I know the name. I couldn't pick it out of a lineup.
I almost beat it. I think I'm like 2 boss fights away.
Yeah, the Steam page describes it as decades after the events of Ender Lilies, Humanuculi.
Homunculus?
There you go. Homunculi.
Yeah.
Sorrowful artificial life forms roam the land. In this dark fantasy Metroidvania, face formidable enemies and explore a bewitching post-apocalyptic world.
Ooh.
This is one that you checked out that you almost beat.
Yeah, I got to the very, very end. I don't really have a good reason for not finishing because I dug it. I think I just moved on to other things. But it's a 2D side-scroller Metroidvania with really cool characters. And if you remember the trailer for Tides of Annihilation, how the whole thing is like you are commanding the Knights of the Round Table or whatever, it's kind of a similar thing where whenever you attack, the people attacking for you are like phantoms.
Yeah.
And so they're all different personalities. And it tells really kind of a neat story with cool boss fights and cool mechanics. I should finish it. I'm really close. Like right there at the end.
We got one more from Rogue4 who writes in and says, does the Altars run well on Steam Deck? Has anybody tried it on Steam Deck?
I think it runs like not great. I preferred to play it on. I think that was maybe one that I started doing GeForce Now with because it was running a lot. Like I didn't have a great time with how it has to kind of look really, really lo-fi, in order to run smoothly.
No, it doesn't really answer your question, but I played an hour of it on ROG Ally X and it was fine.
There you go. Let's move on to our next category. Best Style. This is for the game encompassing an outstanding combination of visuals, music, and or fidelity. Our first pick for Best Style is South of Midnight.
Yes. What a great pick. Who all nominated this one?
This was one that was written in
Tim, I assume?
by two different people, Tim Geddes and Raj Picorni. Raj,
Yeah. I mean, what a gorgeous video game.
100%.
Looking back on this, it didn't. When I was making my top 10 list, it did not get anywhere around it because I think that gameplay just kind of really destroyed my experience there. Destroyed, quote unquote. But the style of this game
held it back.
Held it back. Destroyed its chances, rather, of the top 10. But this game is it's one of the best looking video games of this generation. It perfectly kills the puppetry, low frame rates, vibe of everything. It doesn't hurt your eyes. It just feels like this really beautifully art-directed world. Some really unique character designs, enemy designs. It is really up there with some of the best looking video games of this generation. It's really impressive.
Yeah, and style, as you said, encompasses everything, right?
Yeah.
As you ran through it, I think the music is so incredible in this game. I adored the soundtrack to this, both the original generated song or written songs and performed songs for the bosses, but also just the ambiance music. And when we're talking about style, I mean, you can see it seeping through this. This is a great pick.
Yeah. I also think it really takes advantage of the setting, right? This is a game that takes place in the South. And when you're talking about the South, right, you're talking about a lot of the cultural density that exists there. And I think that's an area that's not as represented in video games. And South of Midnight looking into that and going, all right, we're going to take a really dynamic art style. We're going to take the music that Greg's talking about, but we're really going to represent the South with it and tell a story that is using unique characters and unique ideas that come out of the South, right? I think is very well done, and the execution of it is top notch. Like Roger says, this is one of the best looking games of the generation.
Absolutely.
All right, our next pick for best style is Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Of course.
Obscure, I mean, duh. Like this game just kind of does it all, man. It looks gorgeous. It has a soundtrack that can be so varied at any moment. It's going to hit you with different genres at all times with its music. But I also just love the environments and the boss fights and the characters, and there are just some stunning visuals in this game that are really, really awesome to look at. When I think about some of the way that they play with scale with that one boss that's like spinning around with the the crazy like like fabric all over the place. Things just look really, really awesome all of the time. And I think they listened to Andy's lessons of like what makes a game look cool. Is like if you just have floating rocks, that's awesome.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
floating rocks are really cool in video games. And yeah, I think this game always looks stunning, and lighting wise, everything it does is super beautiful.
I want to shout out particle effects with a purpose. You know, Andy, one of the controversial things you always talk about is Metaphor Fantasio and the art style not doing it for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree and disagree, but the part where I agree is that I think that game has too many particle effects. It's like they fucking tripped. They're like holding a bucket of particle effects, tripped, and they're like, oh shit, it's all over the place.
It becomes noise at a certain point.
Yeah, it becomes noise. And I think you talk about the floating rocks, right? I think there's a point at which Claire Obscure Expedition 33 could have been doing too much with art style, because you look around in this world and it's like, oh, this thing's floating over here. Oh, this is happening over here. Oh, I parry and this thing happens, and fucking, you know, the black sprays through the screen and it looks like graffiti. Like, there's so much happening, but it doesn't come off as noise. It comes off as art and design with a purpose. And I think, you know, that's something that also loops in with the story of the game and the narrative of what's going on. And like, you know, again, no spoilers in the show, but I think that is just so well done when you're talking about just the art of it and the visual perspective and just the style of it as a whole. Also, shout out to the music.
Of course.
Music's so good. Our next game that we have for best style is Death Stranding 2.
Come on. You want to talk about style? That's Kojima, son.
Come on.
The music, the way it, again, fucking hits of you setting off on your journey, getting ready to climb some mountain. It pops up. Caroline Polachek. Yeah, right. Whatever it's going to be. Just that, I would say, washed out gray blue look of the entire world, right? And how weird and surreal it is, but also I was shocked by how homey it felt to come back to this. After doing Death Stranding 1, to come back to this world, like, all right, I remember this, and that putting on your pack and the way everything felt and looked and what it was. Good stuff.
And going into the other world and seeing the whole particle effect situation there is just mind-blowing. It's visually so crisp and gorgeous, even on a base PlayStation 5. Runs incredibly. The music's great. This is, if I were to like rank like highest fidelity video games that are going for realism, I think Death Stranding 2, out of all time, I think Death Stranding 2 is number one, and like Red Dead Redemption 2 is number 2. I mean, those are my top 2 right there.
Talk about the steez, the style,
Oh my God.
the characters.
Look how
the
good that baby
tar.
looks.
No, look,
Man, this shit-
Gaga.
This thing had style for days, man. Every moment there's a wow factor to it all. Every time you go somewhere, I loved our experience with it.
Yeah,
we had so much.
We had a
fun.
unique one, but yeah, we had a unique experience.
The moment that Kevin just had pulled up in the trailer where he's overlooking all the mountains and stuff, and you can see like the ripples of the mountains with such detail. I remember seeing that in the trailer and us all being like, God damn.
Yeah.
And I think part of me when I see trailers like that, I'm like, all right, but it's a trailer. The game's not going to look like that. And the game fucking looks like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that blows me away about it. Of course, when we're talking about people that wrote in with the games, like I mentioned, South of Midnight was Roger and Tim, Expedition 33 was Andy, and Death Stranding 2 was my write-in. Mainly because, to the point of that Roger just made, I would put this up there with one of the best looking games, fidelity-wise.
Of all
When you're talking about character models, when you're talking about environments, when you're talking about different types of elements that come into play in environments, whether it be water and you see the sinking or like the low
Footprints.
Well, yeah, the footprints, the lowering and rising tides based on the weather, the fire that they made such a big deal about in this game. All of it looks so immaculate. And then you get into certain cutscenes with characters like Tomorrow that just look and sound so fucking sick. I think the soundtrack of this game is incredible.
And again, style. Like, to get to that, and no spoilers, but Higgs, to get to all the Higgs stuff and the way the game ends and boss fights, like, incredible.
Our final pick for best style is Doom: The Dark Ages.
Wow.
This is one that was written in by the one and only Snowbike Mike.
Hell yeah.
Mike, tell me about the style of this game.
Fucking in your face, action, heart pumping. It's got everything that I want, right? It's got that Doom mentality of like over the top action, ferocious monsters, awesome design and all the enemies that you're going after. And then on top of that, just that bullet hell of all the different colors coming in your face, right? It's like, I loved Doom so much. And like every moment made me smile and every moment goes, man, this world, this fucking narrative that they created, this thing is so cool to look at and be a part of. And so, yeah, I had to put the Doomslayer on this because he's just badass and he oozes style. And that Captain America shield,
Yeah, you
he
got
hucking it at people, and then it gets stuck in their chest and it's chainsawing them. It's like nobody had that. Nobody got that.
Yeah, the soundtrack, I would say, obviously doesn't hold up to older ones, but like it still kicked ass in a lot of moments. To go along with the awesome visuals and the that action when you're surrounded by so many freaking enemies. I think they do really cool stuff near kind of the end of the game with art direction, where things change up quite a bit, and you're always kind of used to lava and hell and fire all over the place, and they do some really cool different stuff near the end that I really enjoyed.
And the kaiju stuff as well.
Kaiju, riding the dragon.
Yeah.
Woo! Come on.
Of course, those are our 4 winners for best style.
Congratulations.
I will shout out Hollow Knight Silksong that nobody happened to write in with, which like, I don't know the protocol. Maybe that's something we figure out for next year of like, hey, nobody wrote in with this thing. Are we sure we want to leave it out?
I think next year we vote for 3 things and then
Oh, I like that.
get all the,
I like that.
That would have been one of mine, but
Yeah.
Claire Obscure was mine.
You know what I wanted to vote on, Greg?
What?
Create your own style. Skate.
Oh, wow.
I'm the steeziest
Nice.
skater in the world.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. You really want to bring out the haters?
Yeah.
You give a skate
When I
style.
hit that
like
Christ
universally, I fucking hate Fortnite love fortification.
They don't get it. I'm talking about
They don't
my
get it.
steez, okay? When I nose grind that
Yeah,
rail
yeah.
and I'm going down at a 45-degree angle, when I hit that mega jump and I'm Christ staring through a goddamn church window, like that's called
Yeah,
steez.
that's-
okay?
Yeah, that's
I
steez
don't
for
care
sure.
about what you think. That's steez.
That'll be a
right
separate
there.
category called besties.
We know,
Dude.
Mike and I know how well skate's going to be represented in Kind of Funny's top 10. That's why we kept it off of this.
Go for it. Go for it.
I was going to say, we'll move on to category number 3.
Yeah, category number 3. Andy, do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, sure thing. I want to kind of like also include some fun moments through the Kind of Funny year, but also some maybe concerning moments that we should kind of look at and maybe be aware of. And, this category may not come back next year. Maybe it does. It depends on, us cataloging and getting good clips and things like that. But this category is the most concerning undiagnosed ADHD moment of the year.
Got it.
No.
Let it roll.
Okay. What are the rules that the audience will see today?
Okay, so we've been talking about this for about a week, Snowbike Mike, and originally we were like, should be best on best, and you said relay race, and of course that's the most fun. And then we were testing our setup, and we quickly realized that
Hard to believe we
Parsec
lose
has
all
the
these
ability for us
competitions
all to
when
be
the
on
team is
one
this locked in.
controller at the same time. So the rules are going to be a relay race. We're going to do 2 rounds where each person gets 10 minutes every 10
Hold on,
After
Jeff,
three
hold on.
rounds-
Jeff, Nick Scarpino, can you get off your fucking phone and listen to the rules? Can you listen to the rules, please?
Oh, these are not serious people, Grub.
These are just, it's embarrassing. Why do we even entertain this?
He's uptight.
60 seconds.
Are you guys a little
60
bummed we didn't get taken up to the our Heavenly Father last week, like the rest of the people did?
Rapture.
Are you a little bummed we didn't get raptured?
For a minute.
I'm looking forward to it.
I will err on the side of
But other
caution.
people's fucking
Why
houses.
is the controller not working? My foot's not. Is my foot stuck?
Headphones on talking.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Why is my foot? What's my?
Okay.
The worst.
All right, turn your
I
body.
hate this. I hate it so much, Grub.
Put your right foot close to your body.
This one made the cutoff. Oh, fuck.
And so it begins. A confluence of horror.
I'm gonna need you to stop looking at magic cards on a website. Fucking shit. Close the goddamn laptop. This guy's been scrolling on the internet watching. He's like Subway Surfer. He's just scrolling a webpage looking at magic decks and cards. It's Subway Surfers. It keeps me entertained. It is Nick Scarpino looking at pants during the Kind of Funny podcast. I see that little fucking thumb just scrolling on the touchscreen. You have a problem. There we go. There we go.
Good. That's good. That's good.
I agree. Nick is a problem.
Yeah.
Nick's phone should be removed. Nick's phone should be removed when he's in the streaming room.
Here you go.
He has lost phone
You're not
privilege.
dressed
For the
up to be here.
Smileys, okay? If I don't get invited to be on the show, you can't fucking throw shade at me from the other room.
Those are the clips. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who edited that.
Number one. Number two, I can't help it if Giant Bomb's boring.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Accurate. Accurate.
Fair.
Winner of Sight of the Year on the Kind of Funny Games Daily Awards, Giant Bomb.
Very much an out of sight, out of ears, out of mind for Nick. You didn't hear them; they weren't there anymore. But yeah, that was our third category for this year, Bless, and
Very nice.
looking forward to more for the rest of the show.
Of course. Thank you so much for that, Andy. Of course, Kind of Funny is a lot about the video games. We have so much to reminisce and talk about when it comes to 2025 in video games, but also there's a lot to talk about in terms of 2025 and Kind of Funny. And so maybe look out for more of these categories throughout the show.
Oh.
Our next category.
Oh, goddamn.
What?
I'm waiting to eat these egg bites when you go to ads. I keep hoping the next one's going to be ads.
I can throw an ad right now.
No, do your thing.
I'll do one more than go to ad for you. Our next
that.
category, Best Old Game. This is for a non-2025 game that deserves recognition. Could be for a remake, remaster, resurgence, or something we relate to the game on. Our first game to win Best Old Game is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 Remake.
Damn, rip it.
Yeah. I wonder who wrote
And
it.
who's not here?
Wow.
Everyone knows how much Tim loves this. Everyone knows that Tim doesn't get many dreams to come true because he keeps losing Game Showdown to me.
Right.
But getting this and having it be as good as it was, having it be that added content, having it be the skaters as they look now, like Tony Hawk was such a powerhouse back in the day. The fact they were able to come back and deliver something that captures that glory, reimagines it, I guess, for lack of a better term, for so many different people now is pretty incredible.
One of my biggest heartbreaks in gaming is I lost the touch on these games, and I've moved fully into skate. That now when I try these awesome new remakes, I don't have the skill, I don't have the flow anymore like I used to back in the day as a kid who adored these games. That every time I pick them up, I immediately turn them off and go, I don't have it. I've lost it. So it hurts to see all these awesome remakes and go, man. Back in the day, I loved this stuff.
Yeah.
I did play the shit out of this when this came out. I played the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 campaign like 5 times just off of this remake, partly because my save kept not transferring. Like my cloud save for Steam wasn't working the right way.
Do it again, run it back.
Yeah, and it's funny. It brought me back to childhood to where I would rerun the campaign of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 all the time. And so in a funny way, like the save not sticking kind of like made me relive these moments from childhood where I'm going faster, right? So where it's like, okay, now I know where the objectives are, so let's see how fast I can do it. First playthrough might have taken me 3 to 4 hours. Now this playthrough is taking me 1 hour. Now my next playthrough is taking me 30 minutes, right? Like Tony Hawk's that kind of game that is more about, I think, the muscle memory and, kind of like trying to lock in what your path is going to be, what your line is going to be more than anything. And so returning to this was really fun for that. But on the other hand, I, growing up, didn't play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. I had skipped that one to jump to like the Thug game, specifically Thug 2.
Hell yeah, Thug.
Hell yeah, Thug. So this was my first time experiencing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, and I know this is like a different version of it because they changed certain things based off of what Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 was. That said,
there's never been a better time.
Yeah, there's never been a better time to hop into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 because this made me fall in love with those levels as well. And so shout out to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. I love that we're shouting it out here because otherwise, this is one that, for me personally, would have gotten lost to the annals of 2025.
That's the beauty of the Smileys.
Exactly. Our next game for Best Old Game is Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Oh, hey now.
This is one that I wrote in with, of course. I love Metal Gear Solid. Everybody knows that. I've reviewed them. I've been lucky enough to be around a long, long time. And so, yeah, for 3 to be my least favorite, and I say that, of course, least favorite, not that it's the worst, just not the one that I loved, to get in and jump in and have it be gorgeous and have it not be fucked up. It's not Kojima touching it. It is Virtuous coming in and doing it. Have it be as good as it was and such a great reminder of what Metal Gear was. And I guess is. You know what I mean? I remember playing it and coming in the next day and be like, you really forget that we don't get these anymore. You know what I mean? Like Metal Gear has been Metal Gear for so long, but we're, with no Kojima, we're just not getting them. To jump back in here, to have David Hayter, to have the codec noise, to have what a treat this was, to have it so faithfully and lovingly recreated and brought over, to have it be so gorgeous, so much fun. Like just a great time that, again, for me personally on my top 10 of the year, I didn't feel like giving it a place there because It's Metal Gear Solid 3. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a known quantity. We knew it was going to be, we hoped it would be great. It was more the fact of to come in here for an old game is old category. I had such a great time here.
Yeah, I echo everything you talked about. I think the thing that really hit for me was reliving the moments of MGS3.
Yeah.
I think somewhat even more than the gameplay of MGS3.
Oh, sure.
Because I think I had rude awakening moments as I was playing this game where I'm like, oh man, this is shorter than I thought it was. Oh man, this section I can just run through. I didn't realize
Yeah.
some of the gameplay things that might not live up or age as well over time. But when you are experiencing the Halo jump, or when you are experiencing some of these cutscenes, or experiencing like the ending moments with the boss,
The fucking pedals in the air. Come on.
oh my god, that shit hits like crack. So shout out to MGS3.
This one's special to me, as Greg said. Like, right, me and Barrett went through all the Metal Gears together, but I was the co-pilot, so it was finally time for me to jump in, and I haven't done that yet. It is so high on my list. It's funny, Mike and Roger over here, we put a lot of effort into trying to make a Metal Gear Solid remake mega stream, but of course, shout out to Andy, and Hollow Knight came in and saved the day, which was awesome to have. But man, we had alligator meat that we are gonna have Greg and Nick
that
eat.
rotted. That was bad.
We had that in the freezer for months. We were gonna
Shout out to the company that sent it to us for free, by the way. Sorry,
Shout out.
never ate it.
We
got to eat it one day.
we called up an indoor play place gym to go have
It's a
Nick
Ninja Warrior gym. Yeah, we tried to do that.
Nick
yeah.
and Greg do that. Like we were gonna go all out for that. So this one holds a special place in my heart. For
Yeah,
this
one day
stuff
I'll
we're
play
doing.
it. I love Peace Walker, and I never played this one.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Volume 2. Where's Volume 2?
We're supposed to get Volume 2?
Where is it?
Yeah. Then why-
Oh, a Peace. Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought you said this was going to be Peace Walker Volume 2.
No, I mean for the Metal Gear collection.
That's basically Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also true.
Great game.
Our third game for this category, best old game, is Dark Souls,
Oh,
which, funny enough, was not written in by me. Because I played during break and I played mostly.
I just assumed it was you.
No, this was written in by Barrett Courtney.
Oh,
Oh, good job,
yeah,
Barrett.
who played Dark Souls earlier in the year.
Looking at.
nice.
You look half asleep.
Deep in the numbers, man. You got to get deep into the numbers here.
Damn, I didn't know he wrote that. I just assumed you had done that.
No, this was. I wrote it with Outer Wilds, which I didn't put on the final thing. But
okay.
shout out Outer Wilds. But as somebody who's currently playing Dark Souls, I will tell you, man, what a special game.
Yeah.
This one is really hitting for me. We got to put on the calendar, if there's time on the calendar, a Dark Souls review.
We have to.
Oh, yeah.
I need an hour to talk about this.
That was Andy and Bless playing. I was only staring
put
at
that on there for you
myself.
right now.
I was like, I played this here. What happened?
a Coke in the middle of it.
That's my link tired. What's happening here?
Take off the hat.
I remember that being a very busy, we were all kind of tired for some reason.
A lot going on there. I think Carl came in the
Yeah.
middle of this one.
yeah.
There was a lot happening. Whatever. That must have been NBA All-Star break. Then that would have been if he was here. That would have been February. then.
Yeah.
So yeah, stuff was going on.
stuff was.
I didn't know
going on.
Barrett beat that this year.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Barrett coming in every day and being like, "Bless, you got to play Dark Souls." And I remember overhearing him talking to you about Dark Souls and how cool it was. So good for Barrett for beating
Yeah.
Dark Souls. Good for us for playing it
out.
on stream and then
Yeah.
falling off of it. But I'm back and
You're
I'm
playing it,
loving
yeah.
it. Yeah.
You're going to be ready for a review, you think, on the 20th, Tuesday the 20th?
Oh yeah. I'm beating this game tonight.
Got it.
Wow. This game tonight.
Yeah, I just beat the DLC last night. Oh, let me tell you about this guy Artorias.
Man.
let me
Oh,
tell you
man.
let me tell you about the other thing in the DLC that's not Artorias. It goes kind of crazy. Oh man.
Good
Shout
time.
out Dark Souls. Our fourth and final pick for best old game, Hollow Knight.
Huh.
The first Hollow Knight.
Wow,
This
okay.
is one that was written in by the one and only Roger Bicorni.
Oh.
Yeah,
he
as
wrote
we-
in Hollow Knight. I got slapped.
Yeah, as you all know, I was slapped on a plane while playing Hollow Knight.
This is special. Is
Kind of
right.
just changed my entire brain, chemistry, everything about me. JetBlue has never reimbursed me for anything or messaged me back after the incident. But of course, I played Hollow Knight in the beginning of last year, and
It was really that.
Yeah,
I thought it
January.
was much longer
It's
ago.
crazy.
When Bless sent me the winners, the answers, I thought Tim wrote it.
Yeah,
for
no.
some reason.
No, I adored this game. I've tried to play the first 4 hours of it probably 5 times, and then this was the time that actually stuck with me. It was so good and such an amazing experience, but it was such an all-encompassing gaming experience for me, to the point where by the time Hollow Knight Silk Song came out, maybe about 6-7 months later, I was almost like, I was Hollow Knighted out, which
Right.
was crazy. So, so that kind of affected my Game of the Year list. I probably would have put way more time into Silk Song if I hadn't played this year, but I still had an amazing experience. I'm happy I did it in this order, because if I waited, I would have just played Silksong and never played this game. So this game is such a special experience. I love how different the main character feels comparatively to Hornet in Silksong. It is a complete night and day difference, and I actually like being underpowered and so small. I thought that was a really, really interesting, fun experience, and it kind of was perfect because I played Animal Well the previous year, and that was like kind of my first real big like Metroidvania that I put all my heart into, and going into Hollow Knight here was such a beautiful experience. And yeah, I didn't get too lost. I will say I didn't get too lost, which was nice. So I think the reports of being super lost in Hollow Knight are kind of overblown.
I think this is a great ride-in for this year, especially like partly for us because a lot of us revisited Hollow Knight this year, but even for I think gamers at large and the industry at large that might have missed out on Hollow Knight the first time, but with all of the hubbub around Silksong coming out, went back and revisited. I'm sure so many people got to go back and check out Hollow Knight for the first time and maybe fall in love with it. A lot of chat mentioning no Final Fantasy X.
Yeah. Did Mike ever write that in?
I play a lot of games this year,
does.
and I was surprised I didn't know which one I wrote in because I think I was feeling spicy that day. I'm like, everybody knows Final Fantasy X.
He wrote a game I've never heard of. Tell me. He wrote a game called Carry the Glass.
Carry the Glass. That shit was fun as fuck. Shit.
So everybody blame Mike.
Blame Mike.
That
if I would have seen Final Fantasy X on there, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's the pick. Yeah.
It's like I think about it. It's like here's Snowbike Mike's best old game of the years. Ready for this? Devil May Cry 3. Woo! Man, that game goddamn rocks. Dante and his brother David, what a great time those two were doing, man. That shit was lit, okay? Then after that, I go down the list. I go Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2. Half-Life 1, better than Half-Life 2, but both those games must-play games right there. I can't wait for Half-Life. Alex on the VR to play that. And then...
Good news, you're getting Half-Life 3 this year.
I was going to say, Greg and Roger keep yelling that Half-Life 3 is real. I guess I'll be ready for that.
You can also play Half-Life Alex without the VR now. People have modded it.
Shit.
If you want to do that.
Really?
Yeah, fully from start to finish.
You got to add Mike not having Final Fantasy X written here to
best ADHD moments.
Undiagnosed ADHD moments.
Number 3, Pokemon Emerald. Oh, man. I fell off Pokemon at a young age after Pokemon Gen 1, right? So, like, going into Emerald, doing the Nuzlocke rules, and fully, like, committing to it, right? Where if you lose all 6 and you fade out, that's the end of the run. I did that 7 times, and I'm happy to say that I conquered it. I did it, man.
You did it.
That was
You did
awesome.
It's an impromptu category right now.
It's a true special one. Greg's like, Mike, just let me eat these eggs. I gotta tell my story, you know what I mean? Of like how special that was to develop the bonds with your Pokemon, to strategize in those early gyms of what do I need here to only be able to catch one Pokemon. The first Pokemon you see on the route was insane, right? Of like rolling the dice, hoping that I would get that goo baby, that Ralts, you know what I mean? It's like, that psychic Pokemon, I need that goo baby right now, right? And then you don't, you get a Poochie again. You're like, I don't need this hyena, but I'll take the hyena. Man, what an experience. All-timer, okay? Number 2.
Oh,
Number two. Final Fantasy X. That game changed my life, man. I will always remember the laugh. I'll remember the tears. I'll remember the hug. I'll remember Blitzball. I'll remember the characters. I'll remember Final Fantasy X-2 that one day I'll play, but that's shocking realization. You know what I mean? Like, this game
I would have
rocks,
prepped a graphic
man.
for this.
I love this, okay? Man, Final Fantasy X is going to stick with me forever. The characters, Yuna, gosh.
This is like when he forgot to give me the bonus star at Game Showdown that one time.
Oh, yeah. And then number one. Number 1, best old game.
Carry the Glass.
Mike and Chris Egger carrying the glass. You know what I mean? I challenged my friends. I said, give me one night. We're going to play one of these super difficult only up games, and I'm going to make you pull your hair out. Let's play this together. And Chris Egger stood up. He said, Mike, I'll carry the glass with you. And I said, that's my boy, Chris Egger.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I got no hair to pull out.
we were working on different angles, right? You got to go up, you got to go down, you got to tilt it, you got to run real fast, you got to jump, you got to balance, you got to do a little shimmy shake. Carry the glass.
Yeah.
Best experience.
Thank you for that, Mike.
Thank you.
Remember, patreon.com/kindoffunny and youtube.com/kindoffunnygames is where you can go to get the Kind of Funny membership, which allows you to get shows ad-free. And what else, Greg? Well, lets you get a daily.
Greg Way from me.
Greg Way.
15 to 20
movie
minutes.
commentaries as well. The Die Hard one should be up soonish if it's not already out right now.
Ooh.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Tight run ship we got.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
A lot of fun stuff you can get with the Kind of Funny membership. But guess what? If you don't have it, that means that you're about to watch some ads right now.
This episode's brought to you by Boot.dev. If you're listening to this show, there's a solid chance that you, 1, like video games, and 2, at some point in your life have been interested in learning software development. Boot.dev combines those things because they know that the smartest way to learn is to never get bored. It takes your coding from beginner to expert the fun way through a hands-on RPG-like experience if you're ready to put in the time it takes, like Kevin is.
So I'm learning to code Python, and the best thing about this is I don't have to read anything. It plays audio files for everything. It's awesome.
With a curriculum designed for builders with gamer sensibilities in mind, Boot.dev welcomes you to the most captivating way to learn to code. Bored learners quit, smart learners never get bored. That's why you'll learn by doing what you'd actually be doing at a real job, building real projects. Go to boot.dev and use code KINDAFUNNY to get 25% off your entire first year on the annual plan. There's no better time to give your coding dreams a chance, just like Kevin Coelho's doing. Again, go to boot.dev and use code KINDAFUNNY to get 25% off your entire first year on the annual plan.
Mike gave that beautiful speech. I still don't know what carried the glasses.
That's exactly what you think it is.
It's one of them multiplayer games. It's
Just
one
two
of
friends holding.
It's one of them tied together. It's one of those you're supposed to rage type of games.
Gotcha.
Only a co-op sort of thing.
You would like it. Wait until you see what me and Nick play soon. I offered it to Joey. So Joey got another really great game, but it's one of those ones. And she said, Mike, you can save that for you and Nick. You ride a tandem bicycle, only up on a tandem bicycle with you and a friend.
Good for you. I love that. All right, let's move on to our next category, which is best multiplayer. The best games to play with a group
I'm
of
excited
people.
about this one.
And our first winner here is Elden Ring Night Rain. This is written in by 3 different people.
Whoa!
Andy, Mike, and Blessing.
Wow.
I wrote in with Night Rain as well. Who wants to take it away?
What a good time. We've just had so many laughs. It's such a difficult game. It'll make you rage. It'll get you angry. But it's just still so magical. I was always worried about this game not being able to capture the From Software magic, and let's just make a multiplayer version of it. Is it going to lose any of that sort of mysticism about it? And it just didn't. It still holds up, and it does some amazing shit with boss fights, and this game has some of my favorite From Software boss fights throughout all of their whole sort of history. So, I'm still having a great time with this game. I hop in and run solos alone. I play with Mike. I play with you here. It's a great freaking time. This game rocks. Melissa with the Y. Shout out Melissa, our hard carry.
Shout out Mel.
Big carry.
Mike, this is your favorite From Soft game.
This is my favorite From Soft game. I really love this game. I have so much fun sharing the FromSoft experience with friends is the big one, right? Of I love this get good, hey, learn the boss pattern mentality, practice, and you'll be the best you can be type video game. And doing that with friends is awesome, right? To be able to strategize with Melissa and Andy, to be preparing from night 1 into night 2, being aware of your passives and all the items that you grab throughout the run, knowing that certain different characters need certain things, grabbing flasks. That sense of discoverability in the map is always something special to me because I just want to play the new map, but I love going back to the old map. I like that they have variations on the old map. I think they did a really good job with this one, and I can't wait to see what they do in the future with Duskbloods, right? The idea of adding a PvP into this is so much fun to me. I'm very excited because, of course, I've always loved the invades mechanic inside of Dark Souls, and the idea now that we will be playing on a map and you're going to look at me and I'm going to look at you and we're going to figure out, are we stepping to one another or are we running away and saving it for a different time where maybe I'm going to be stronger than you or you'll be stronger than me? This is going to lead to some really fun gameplay. So yeah, this game is great.
It really wasn't until this DLC drop in early December that I thought, I just want this game to keep on going forever. I want this game to be developed for the next many years because once I saw what the DLC could be and what content and additional content could be in the future, it's oh my God, if we can get new map variations with new boss fights, getting random NPC invaders every now and then that change up your whole run and really throw a wrench into all of your plans, but overcoming that challenge is so awesome. It's dude, just keep whoever the Night Rain team is, just keep doing more. I want to see another DLC next year. I want this game to continue.
The thing I really love about this game is the fact that it's a game coming from FromSoft, who is now in the top tier of video game developers who have so much budget, who have so many resources, and they made the messiest multiplayer game possible. Like, Night Rain could have been like, all right, what's another multiplayer game that exists? And let's copy and paste. Let's just make a battle royale, or let's just make a regular roguelite or whatever. For some reason, they're like, let's make something that is fucking weird and, you know, even kind of like messy in some bad ways, but I think in a lot of ways that allows them to really allow the player to have experiences that you can't get anywhere else, where it is me and Andy playing, and we're playing with like one random player who shows us a volcano they can go down. We're like, oh shit, if we come here, we can like upgrade our weapon to the highest thing. That's fucking cool, right? I think the shifting lands mechanic is so interesting and allows for that discoverability that Mike is talking about. It being in this open world area and having like all these different cool bosses that you have throughout FromSoft's games, at least like the Dark Souls and Elden Ring games. Insane, incredible stuff. Shout out Elden Ring.
Game rules.
Our next game for this category is Arc Raiders.
Wow.
Written in just by Greg Miller.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, Arc Raiders, compared to most of you, or Mike and Andy for sure, I scratched the surface of, right? I forget if it's 15 or 20 hours I got in by the end of it. But it's like the one I miss having the time to invest in these games. I don't mean as Ben's dad. I mean as like, remember when Helldivers 2 dropped and it was that perfect time where I was like, you know what? We're streaming it every day. And every day I found a reason to get in there and I pulled myself off shows. Monster Hunter. All right, I'm in there every day streaming, making a thing to do it. Like, Arc Raiders I tried solo, and I just didn't have the vibe of when we were in that streaming room. This is one that I would have loved to have been able to get in that streaming room with y'all more for, because it was so much fun to run around in grief. It was so much fun. Even when I did play solo a couple nights on my ROG or on the actual computer or Xbox, because cross-play and cross-save and all that jazz. Like, what a great time I had with this game. And in it, you know, if we could have gotten in there to stream more, I think it could have really hooked me and really put some numbers on the board for it. But it's just such a competitive year with Greg-ass games everywhere about narratives and single players and things I really wanted to sink time into, that this is one that I vacationed in but would have loved to have lived in.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, this will always be my I'm on the hunt for you video game, and I still play it on my ROG Ally X in bed all by myself solo, and it's just like, it makes me smile because I know a lot of people love, especially here at this desk, love the PvE, love the kind of like fighting against the arcs, doing your missions. The blend of PvP has always been fun for us, but for me, it has always been, I'm coming to find you and I'm going to steal all of your stuff. Yeah. And I love that, right? Me and Nick had so many good times, from Hunt Showdown to Escape from Tarkov. We started to try all these games over the course of a week or two last year. And now to have Arc Raiders and it be so successful, so fun, to run so well, it's a blast. And I just love getting on voice comms, tricking people into them believing me, and then I murder them. I love walking up to someone, them looking around, and it's going like, it's on and popping, here we go. It will always be my I'm coming after you game.
We're bad people. We're bad. I'm sorry. We're bad people.
I love that.
Our third game for best multiplayer is Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Oh, okay.
This is one that was written in by the one and only Barrett, but I know other people here played Marvel.
Yeah, of course, Marvel Cosmic Invasion didn't live up to the high goals I had for it, the high lofty heights I wanted for it. What am I looking for? Neither of those. The expectations I had for it. But I enjoyed it and am excited for DLC and everything else to come to it. And for multiplayer, yes, like, what a great multiplayer system. Of course, cross-play. Of course, you can just throw out a friend code into the ether, get people to come join you. And of course, the drop-in, the drop-out-ness of it running through, being able to beat up on these things. And again, I think for people who might struggle with a boss on difficulty, you add people in, especially because it's so easy. It's so much easier to so easy to add people in. The fights themselves become so much easier, and it is such a different experience as a game playing 1-player, 2-player, even versus 4-player. When it's just chaos, destroying everybody.
Yeah. Shout out to Leanza. I was playing this game alone. I was getting destroyed by the Venom boss. And then I looked at her. I'm like, fucking suit up. Okay, we're doing this. And she's like, I don't want it. I'm like, you're going to have to help me. You see how fucking, you want me to just be crying in the corner right now all night? We gotta watch Andor. So then, yeah, she suited up and she helped me out. So it's nice to boot up and,
you know,
and
hey,
babe, we got to watch Andor.
We got to watch Andor, okay?
Stop making us sauce and come help me. No, yeah, I mean, this is, you know, a Ben game, right? I talked about it, this is the first game I've ever reviewed alongside beside my son. He played every thing with me, with the exception of the last 2 levels. He was my co-pilot out there. I was wailing on people, and he's like, today it was bring a book to school and a stuffed animal. He brought Meta Knight, the stuffed animal, and then in the book he brought this Marvel superhero book that we've read, and he cracked a page like, wait, Silver Surfer's in this, and he knows Silver Surfer from Cosmic Invasion.
That's cool. Our 4th and final game for best multiplayer is Schedule 1.
Yeah, fucking.
Written in by Roger
Thank
Cornyn.
you.
Yeah, Schedule 1 is a special one. It's opened up. When did it come out? Like February, March?
Yeah, very early in the year. Yeah,
early in the year. I had a few great nights with it with Mike and my
cow.
brother and my friend group from high school. And it is, for anyone who doesn't know, it is a very janky experience where you are making, growing, selling drugs in this kind of open world area. It is very reminiscent, if any real gamers know, of Gmod, Dark RP, and any of those RP servers. I was obsessed with those servers back in the day, where you would just literally this. You would just hang out. You would build your own house. You would get your own situation. You would, people would be cops. People would be, usually me, would be selling and making the drugs. And then you would try to kind of avoid all the police and all that stuff. So it's kind of that, but a little bit more limited. Of course, you're only booting up. You can play solo, but you can play with, I think, up to 4 friends.
Correct.
So it is a very janky experience. I'll continue to say that. It is, as you can see, the art style is kind of all over the place. I've played this game at the beginning of the year, and now I'm playing at the end of the year, and they haven't added much quality of life improvements, but what I can say is how much fun I am having. Playing with my brother is some of the most fun we've had playing a video game in years. It is so funny because him and I, we don't really get, he's busy, I'm busy. We don't really get to catch up too much. Usually gaming is the way that we can catch up. We are not catching up playing this fucking game. It is like we boot on. I'm like, I'm going dead silent because I'm going to be growing the drugs. Okay, how much Granddaddy Purple do you got? How much green crack do you got? Okay, you're the dealer. You're running around, and we are like, we are running this drug empire. And last night or 2 nights ago, we finally got crack cocaine, and that's a big deal for us.
Wow, big deal.
We are
Working
on
our
the
way
up
up.
and up. We got a bungalow. I learned what a bungalow is. I thought it was just a hammock, but bungalow is a house.
Yep.
So we got a bungalow.
Style of house.
It's a style of house. And
You have a banana hammock?
Yeah, we are growing. So it's very exciting. And again, I know it's a small team. I think it might be one person, honestly, making this video game. So I understand it is slow going, but the core of what they have here is so fun. It is just pure video game fun with your friends. And again, it is broken, and for a co-op video game, sharing the money doesn't really work out well. It's kind of all over the place. You just kind of, when it drops out, it's just, again, you're just sharing the money, you're sharing everything, so you kind of have to figure it out. But that's also part of the fun, is like putting the money in the ATM and being like, oh fuck, I just put $10,000 in the ATM. Okay, you have to get the money out. Okay, and we're communicating. It's so much fun.
Oh my God, the experimentation of mixing the different drugs, trying different strains, mixing more into the strains, right? Like you go
Putting
to
a
the gas
banana in
station,
the drug,
you buy bananas, you buy sleep medicine, you mix all this stuff in, and then you go hand it to somebody, their head explodes.
Yeah.
They turn a different color, and you're like, this is just so much fun. I love it,
Insane.
right? It's a blast. And yeah, it's perfect, Roger. Like you said, I love playing it with friends. And there's that moment in the night/game session where all of a sudden we're all talking, we're catching up. Greg, how's the kids? How's life? And then everybody goes dead silent.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, we're all locked in.
We're all cooking.
And there's JD Neal dumping soil into the pots.
dude.
You got Washburn throwing in seeds. I'm giggling. It's the best.
Talk about a gaming journal. You have your nice little gaming journals where you write all this stuff.
Yeah.
My gaming journal, if the feds break down my door, I'm arrested because it is just buy weed bags, more and more weed, but with soil. I need this. I need grow tents. It is insane. So yeah, this is beginning of the year and the end of the year, bookmarking it.
Love that.
Incredible time.
I love that.
I want to bring in some super chats. One from Bluto, who's asking Mike to do a shoey. Mike, you know how to do that.
Don't do it,
You don't,
Mike.
you don't
Don't
have to
do
do it.
Okay.
Maybe the end.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe the ending.
Okay.
Resolute says, my best old game is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and my KFBPP is Chili's.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
All right.
I like
I
that.
assume the restaurant.
That's actually really good. Shout out to Chili.
Shout out to Chili's, bro.
Lucid Dream says, my hidden gem. Oh, we already read that one. Shout out Ender Magnolia. We have another one from Bluto, who says, Snowbike Mike is my hidden gem of the year.
Nice, homie.
And then one more from Octavio, who says, I started and finished Death Stranding thanks to your stream, heart emoji. Let's move on to our next category, Best Story. This is for the game that displayed outstanding storytelling and writing. And our first pick is Expedition 33.
Hey.
Of course.
Come on.
Of course.
I mean, good Lord, man.
So many themes. You know what I mean?
Themes.
Come on.
Themes.
You love themes.
I mean, just crazy twists, man, by the end of it. making your choice. This game just went so hard.
Yeah.
So many different moments.
I think to try and talk about it without spoiling anything, right? Even just the main concept, the big concept from the get-go, the idea of the paintress and, the expeditions going out, trying to save the day, the number counting down and people all that age, like fading away. So cool from the get-go, right? A concept that in the prologue is delivered on so well and in a way that immediately grabs you as a player from then, like being able to keep up with that concept and twist it in very interesting ways and keep the player on their toes and not feel like a game that is, I guess, holding back in any way without wanting to dive in too deep. I think the game is just really well written and really interesting, and there's a reason why everybody loves this game, and that is, I think, number one for the story. Of course, the gameplay is awesome as well, but I think the story really resonates with people, and you can tell by the conversation around it.
Storytelling of the world, of the other expeditions. We're always excited to get that little audio log and find out, like, oh, what did they do? What do you mean we're at 33? There was a bunch before that, and like learning about those guys, that was really, really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the almost boring choice, but it's the right choice. Like, in my opinion, right? Like I was looking through, and again, I am somebody who has said in the review, I love this game. I think it's really, really great. I didn't love where the story ended up, but I love the journey, right? Like everything about it kept my interest. And again, looking through the entire year, this is the easy choice for best story. It's incredible.
There you go. Our next winner for best story is Citizen Sleeper 2.
Hey!
Yeah. Andy, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, Jump Over the Age made, in my opinion, like a masterpiece with Citizen Sleeper 1, and a game about, hope, I would say, is kind of like the main theme of a lot of what Citizen Sleeper is. And it's a game that built into its mechanics when you are like you're rolling dice, trying to make decisions. You're going for that risky call while, the space feds are on the way and they're trying to like take you out. But it's like, well, we really, really need this to save this one colony. There's just so many high drama moments. And I think that I love that the game has this built-in thing of you have to be okay with failure because everybody will fail.
Yeah.
And you're not really ever supposed to 100% this perfect with, no mistakes ever. You are going to fail. And then when you do, the game gives you like the best couple of paragraphs of how you're going to learn and grow from this. It's so beautiful. I think it just tells an awesome tale of like the story of like humanity and coming together and working together and why that's like something we need to really focus and concentrate on. It's amazing.
I gotta play this game. It looks so good.
It's so fantastic.
They need to release a director's cut with voice acting so I can finally play it. I tried so hard.
I'll do it for you.
I still want to go back
Andy,
to it.
you just recorded for me.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I forget how many hours I did with it. I enjoyed myself, but yeah, it was one that I just fell off of.
Yeah. Our next winner for best story, and Roger. Woo! This might be the Smileys version of the sweep. Greg, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah,
or you kind of already talked about it.
Did I submit this or?
This is one that was submitted by. Oh, I submitted this. Shout out and Roger.
Yeah,
I'm happy to talk about it more if you want. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
again, I'll start you off.
Go for it.
Picking up where I left off with Ann Roger, it does what I love about video games and fiction in general, but video games especially. Of let's put you in someone else's shoes. You wake up, there's a man in your house. What are you going to do here? It's not your parents. Mm-hmm. I love that idea. Where's your dad? And then we go from there and figure out from this perspective what is going on.
Yeah. And I think this one goes hand in hand with what we talked about I'm trying to think of the category this came up in earlier. Was it best style?
Mm-mm.
No. It was
under Hidden Gem?
Hidden Gem, yes. I think I said a lot of the same things. But in the way that I talked about how the gameplay and the art of it is used to tell stories so well, right? Like, that shouldn't do a disservice for how well the story's told, like via those things, right?
Yeah.
One of the reasons I love games is you can use gameplay mechanics in really interesting ways to tell stories in unique ways that movies and TV can't. And could there be an Ann Roger movie? Sure, but it wouldn't be anything like the video game,
no,
right?
You wouldn't feel it the way you feel it.
Exactly. There's something special about being able to play this experience and
it's such a great window into that world.
Yeah, exactly. Our fourth game for best story is Octopath Traveler 0.
Thank you.
Was Greg's game.
Thank you. Yeah, of course, everyone knows I adore Octopath Traveler 0. It is my overall game of the year. And so, yeah, I hope It's one of those. I hope I can get it on the top 10 list just myself, but I doubt it, and that's okay. But I'm happy to have it here. You know, I think what I love about Octopath Traveler 0 and why it grabbed me overall. Well, I mean, why it grabbed me is how good the story is. I think, obviously, anytime you can have a story that starts in one place, very simply, right? It is the festival, your town has been attacked, now you need to rebuild it. I love that as just a jumping off point. But what I've talked about with Octopath is that it's one game, but it's distinctly 3 different movies. It could be, these could be Octopath, 1, 2, and 3 or whatever in terms of this part. Creating your own character gave me stakes. Getting me into town and letting me form relationships gave me more stakes. And then you go on and that mutates and changes, and that end of the first movie in quotes to then bridge right in that second movie, and for me to start and be like, well, this isn't as strong as the first movie, but by the end feel like holy shit it was, and then to see all the through lines from that then pop up in the third one and keep going, like I just love this game, and I think it came out at the end of the year, which is tough to get people to go play stuff. I know JRPGs are humongous, so it takes a long time to get into it, but I felt so vindicated at the annual Miller's Christmas Eve party where I finally got to talk to Michael Heim in person. And I was like, oh man, I saw you finally finalize your Octopath Rue and you took it up to a 9. And he's like, dude, like that, Hayam is a student of that genre, right? Yeah. Like he is Anthony Bourdain or whatever of that genre. And he was like, that thing does stuff in the end that no other game has done. And I was like, that's the power of this one.
Wow. Those are our picks for best story.
Hey.
Great list here. Great list. We move on to best mechanic / feature. This is honoring a game mechanic or feature that was unique and or pushed things forward. And this is the start where we start picking games, or we start picking 5 winners per category instead of 4. Mainly because a lot of people had a lot of different things to say about different games. There wasn't any consensus here, so we stretched it out to 5 for these remaining categories. Our first pick for best mechanic / feature is player patterning in Hell Is Us.
Yes, thank you so much. I forgot. I was another one where I stopped of, what did I put here? Hell Is Us is a game you also know that I adore, and I also know it didn't connect with certain people, didn't get played by a lot of people. It is very much one of those AA games, and when Rogue Factor was talking about this and what they were building, they talked a lot about player plattering. And what that means is rather than handing you the game on a silver platter like so many games do, and I love those games as well, but you get the quest from some guy like, oh, you're gonna have to, I'm playing Fallout New Vegas. You got to go talk to some people. I think they're over by the caves, and it drops the pin exactly where they are. So there's no, okay, I'll fast travel the closest thing, walk over there, shoot what I got to shoot. I'm right on thing. This one being hey, it sounded way more intimidating than it ever turned out to be, but you have a map, but it's not going to fill in, and you're not going to have a magical compass, and you're going to have to listen to what people say. You're going to have to read the clues of, okay, it's over by the southwest and look for this kind of sign and that. Like, talk to NPCs and they'll say, oh, could you go investigate this person for me? But it doesn't pop up as a, hey, here's what you need to do. Here's what they say. You have to do just the littlest amount of digging back through clues, objectives, whatever, to figure out what you're supposed to go do next. And I adored that.
Our second pick for best mechanic / feature is DK Bonanza's destruction system. Yeah. This is one that I wrote in. I think this was such a bold and somewhat even experimental choice for Nintendo to take a lot of what they established with Mario Odyssey as far as what they're doing with a modern 3D platformer and going, all right, now how do we throw that on its head, right? What do we do? How do we approach a DK 3D platformer in a way that does the character justice? And by allowing you to destroy everything, of course, hell yeah, I'm this big brooding force. Hell yeah, I'm DK, I'm smashing things. That just feels good inherently. But to then mix that with these different materials and having them have different properties, I thought was a really inspired and a really interesting way to go about making a Donkey Kong game, and made this such a different experience than playing Mario Odyssey. And so I really loved this as a system. I want to see it pushed even further in whatever the next DK game is. And yeah, I thought this was just very inspired.
Inspired for sure. And also, it was so easy to wrap your head around. I remember when I picked it up that first time, I was streaming with Tim. I did the first hour, and he's like, cool, whatever it is on the fucking Nintendo, right? The down face button is going to smash through the ground.
Yes.
The mid one's going to smash mid. Up is going to smash up. I was like, this is, I loved that. And the idea of just jumping over here.
It's such a great mechanic, but it's sadly one for me that I don't feel like scaled throughout the entire experience for me. Where by the ending of it, I was like, oh, I'm kind of bored of this. Like I never like had the moment where I have an Odyssey where it's like, oh, Cappy. It's like, feels like it keeps on growing, and it gets to the point where I'm in love with this feature. By the ending of it, I was like, I'm actually kind of lower on it than where I started off, where it just kind of felt like a lot of noise. But I really love it, and especially the technological advancement of them being able to do this on a Switch and runs pretty steady. It's incredible.
Our next one, our third pick for this category, the dice/stress system from Citizen Sleeper 2. This is one that was
Barrett.
Yes.
Barrett isn't here to talk about it, so I'll say a little bit about it.
I hated it.
Yeah, kind of just to tag along with what I was mentioning earlier about how the game, you're not supposed to be perfect throughout all of your runs, and the way the game works is you have, 5 dice that you will be rolling for a bunch of different missions, but over time, as you incur more mistakes, you kind of take that permanent damage, and your dice will then slowly get more and more broken, and it adds a lot. It kind of feels like going through some tough times in life while you just really took a big haymaker from something else in your life. And it's oh man, I have to deal with this really, really tough thing right now, and I'm already super stressed, and I'm already bummed out because this and this happened. It's like affecting your play style in the game, and it affects your choices and your decision making, because you're like, man, in any other world I would have gone for that thing, but I'm just so broken right now that I can't do this. And I think it's just an awesome kind of metaphor, and yeah, I think they really, really kicked ass with it.
Wow, that's incredible. I didn't know about that.
Our fourth pick is the South of Midnight boss fights, specifically having music telling the story of what you're doing, both in the fight and in the story.
I thought it was going to be skipping the boss fights.
Skipping the combat in this game. This is one that I believe was written in by the one and only Tim. Yes, it was written in by Tim Geddes.
Yeah, this is one I compliment all the time. I thought that was so special. I think in terms of video game moments, but for the job, video game preview moments, that's one I'll never forget, is getting to that first tree boss, starting to climb, and then listening to the song as a kid. And I was like, wait, they're telling the story that I just pieced together. What a brilliant little thing to see them do that time after time. Two-Toe Tom, whatever it was.
Tom. And our fifth and final pick for this one, Sniper Elite Resistance, the invaded people.
Oh, man.
Mike's about to talk for 25 minutes.
I
He's
love
going to give us the 5 runner-up.
Sniper Elite. Man, Sniper Elite Resistance came out early in the year, and I fell in love with this game. I fell in love with the invasion system so much that I actually didn't even play the real story of the game or any of the levels. I just invaded kids throughout their campaigns, and I loved it. And it was like so cool of like, it is the invasion system that you've seen probably before, but to me, it was special of like, it would put you in parts of the map, and if you had played enough like me, I would know exactly where in the mission you were located and what part you would be on. So I'd know if you're in the first fourth of it to the third fourth of it, and I'd be able to dissect that immediately by the moment you plot me in, and knowing the surroundings of the map, going, oh, if I'm here, that means they're down there on that map looking for a phone call, because that's the second part of the map. I'm going to find
Again, you didn't play the campaign. You have just reverse engineered the campaign through joining other people's games and ruining their day.
Yeah, you're a psychopath.
I would start crouching around. I'd start running around, and I'd be listening, right? Like the alerts of, oh, there's gunshots over here, or they've sounded the alarm on this side. That's where they're at. And I just chase y'all around. And then just that cockbat, that take a deep breath, and then you'd snipe them, and you'd get that Mortal Kombat slow-mo X-ray moment, and you're like,
right,
yes, testicle shot, that rules. And then they would have to restart from a checkpoint, and I would win, and I'd feel so good about myself because I was impacting other people's play.
Ruining.
Why are you so proud?
Say the quiet part out loud.
Impacting other people's plays. Crazy. Yeah. Like, why'd you say that like it was a trailer? Like you're an exec.
Impact play, Mike.
You're so right. I mean, I think the only time we ever experienced this, Mike, was like during part 5, maybe from 2 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I know me and Nick did a stream of it, and it was a ton of fun with Nick because you can invade 2-on-1, right? And so we had the advantage, and it'd always be wild of like, I would be yelling at Nick, like, I see him, like, help me. And Nick would be
super
like,
unhelpful.
40 yards in the background, not helping. And, like, we had some really good moments of Nick clutching up some disasters, which was awesome.
Well, those are our picks for best feature / mechanic.
Yeah.
Congratulations to our picks for this category. Our next category is most heartbreaking Pokemon Nuzlocke deaths.
Oh, shit.
Kevin, roll the clip.
We're going to be here for a while, everybody.
He's got one Pokemon. Richard, what you got?
You would say.
Oh.
Oh, Charmeleon.
Yeah, okay.
You got him. I think you can hit him once with a good soak. Just hit him with that water gun.
Okay, I'm gonna poop on him and see what happens.
But that's not a water type move.
But he's
He gets hurt to that, though. Yeah, he gets hurt. No, he gets hurt to that, too.
Dragon's Rage.
That was really cool. Why is it blue?
Really scary
Well, it's happened.
Hit you with the Dragon Rage, dude. Damn, bro.
Why wouldn't we just use... All right.
It's the water type against fire.
It's a water versus fire, bro. It's a water. That's a good matchup right there. He brought in a Dragon type move. R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Should've done the water move.
You can tell we're missing someone in that room.
Brendan, oh my God. Dude, this thing's fucking insane. Use the ball, bro. I gotta use it. Ultra Ball it is.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I want this Farfetch'd.
I go to your...
It fucking jumped out of the Ultra Ball.
I go to your...
Paralyze it. That's a good call. Who's got my paralysis move? Oh, I got sleep. Sky has sleep, right? Yeah, let's put him to sleep.
Yeah, this is a beautiful moment.
Damn.
Can't be fucking around. You found out.
That was the stupidest thing I could have possibly done. You lose focus in this game for 1 second.
Maybe the both of us, we just stand up and stretch. And we have time to reset. Let's just stand up and shake it out for a second.
Okay, hold on. Let me shake it out.
Shake it out.
What is happening?
You leave the room for 5 seconds. We lose Sky.
Before the death, what happens is the question of Nick sitting down and going, now Pidgey, that's a ground type.
I read the wrong site.
That's what he said.
I read the wrong
He's
site.
reading the wrong site.
The bird a ground type?
I read the wrong site.
the wrong
There's a
site.
lot of misinformation.
He came in with an energy today, Andy. I want you to know that, like he was looking shit up on the low key.
I was trying to
He
do
was
my
trying
own
to make
research.
sure.
They say all the reputable people that I follow say do your own research, Andy. COVID, is it real? Do your own research. Is Pizzy a ground type? Never seen him fly.
Fucking pissy.
There was a great reply. I said, but when it lands on the ground, it's a ground type.
He hypnotized me.
Okay, well, we wake him up.
That's why we save those wake ups.
Okay.
Okay, that's a fire under our ass right there.
We can tap him if we get a good move, or else he's gone.
We can't swap out.
Yeah, you're stuck. Okay.
That's because he doesn't have any other heals.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, he used the Shadow Ball again.
We have a lot of heals. Oh shit!
What happened?
No! Oh shit! We got a problem.
We have a problem.
He was my favorite.
Yeah, he was really good.
We're in a kerfuffle here,
Shit.
guys. He
Ernie,
also
dude,
could
just blow him the fuck up. Blow up Ernie, dude.
He won't. I don't think it'll hit him though. Will that affect the Gengar?
Nobody knows.
It's only normal moves that can't affect Gengar, right? I thought.
Can Muscle hit this guy?
I don't know about muscle. All I know,
Self-destruct won't hit.
I've already said, Ernie Dude and Roger can be leaned upon as tanks. They're
too
okay.
late.
You just
I made the
started
call.
pressing buttons. Okay, I didn't finish my statement. Nobody can blame me on that.
He made me look. He's
Wait,
fast.
okay, was that the right move? Oh, this hurts real bad. I like that Pokemon a lot.
Me too.
I wanted Schwanz to die.
Fuck.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. There's nothing to be worried about. We're on even land right now. We can work through this.
What if you quick attack to get it out to go again?
It's only normal moves that can't affect Gengar, right?
No, but Quick Attack is a physical move.
Fuck! Why did I tell you that, Nick?
Fuck.
Oh shit!
Fucking Andy.
Everybody, stop for a second. We need to talk.
Navigator,
Stop for a second. We need to talk, okay? Here's the deal. Gengar's bringing some unprecedented fucking battling for us that we weren't ready for. We need... Oh, shit.
Oh, fucking
That's the
shit. We
biggest
don't
moment.
need this right now. We don't need whatever this is right now. We don't need whatever this is.
Oh, get a slice, Big Daddy.
Why is he in here?
It's going well.
Why is he dressed like that?
Andy, we got to do more videos together, brother. Thinking about him.
I think we got to hit him.
What?
No.
I think we got to hit him, and I think
You
I think
need to
Roger's
match
got it.
potion.
I think
Does he have another Pokemon after this?
Can we swap? No, he has one.
He does.
But it's his weak one.
Let me talk for a second.
Let Mike talk.
Max potion him. him to get full health. We will take the hit and be able to reset. That will give us one more move, but we have to max potion right now.
Counterpoint, use the lemonade.
If he gives me a mean look, we're fine.
Okay.
He used Shadow Ball.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
We're fine, but we should survive this. Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you guys, we gotta hit him.
We're so
Didn't hit him! Didn't hit him!
Just know, if this misses, Roger is dead.
Here's what I will suggest.
Yeah.
We heal until we can't heal anymore on the off chance that this fucking idiot CPU decides to do a mean look.
Oh, and then we can attack.
Okay. The only thing I have now is the lemonade. I think that'll take us.
Well, click on it. How much does it heal?
Heals.
Hey, okay, then we lemonade.
The last time he hit me, I think it was a crit, and it knocked me out. If he gets a crit on this, we're fucked.
Oh no.
He's such a bully. Look at him.
You have to hit him. It hurts. You have to fucking hit him. That's what I'm saying. He was dead. We have to fucking hit him. Dude's got to go in. He's got to hit him.
No.
Whoa.
Not the right move was Ernie, dude.
Ernie is going to get one tap.
Swan's gonna hit him with the real move. Swan
Swan's asleep.
Oh, fine.
He's fucking asleep.
Fine.
Flame Wheel did shit.
We'll talk to you later. We're going to talk to you later.
All right, you're fucking Mr. Happy Fingers hitting quick attack immediately.
Can Dudikoff hit?
He's calling.
Okay. Okay. Mistakes were made, Chris.
Chris, it's Greg. How you doing, man? You trace any more pictures, you coward? Damn it, I'm saying. Maybe stop watching Pokemon finish the Spider-Man movie, huh? We want a new Spider-Man over here.
Why is he in
What is this character?
Why is he in here?
What is this character?
Oh man.
A lot of really good winners right there. Congratulations to all the nominees.
I'm
Yeah.
sweating.
Yeah.
Like, as somebody who didn't catch all of the Nuzlocke moments, like,
Felt the stress.
the way that I was like, please God, don't let Roger die. All right, let's move on to our next category. It is KFGPP.
KFGPP, 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 KFGPP. Kinda funny games, preferred partner. Kinda funny games, preferred partner. KFGPP, KFGPP, KF.
Of course, this is Kind of Funny Games for preferred partner for a side character, companion, or character in general this year that stood out from the pack. Our first pick for KFGPP is Oyuki from Ghost of Yotei. Now, I'll remind the cast, no spoilers on this one. We don't want to talk about things that happen with this character and any of these characters that end up in this category. But Oyuki, of course, one of the major characters you meet throughout the game.
Sure.
You rock.
This is one of Greg's write-ins.
It was one of my write-ins, yes. I think a very interesting story to her in her relation to Atsu, her relation to Yotei, or the Yotei 6 and everything else. It's just cool to see the history that they lay out in this story pay off. And I think that's why Ghost of Yotei is so great, right? Starting you from the Yotei 6 showing up in Atsu's life, going all the way through, and the friends she makes, like, what's her name? Along the way. Thank you so much. Yeah. Along the way, like, they did a great job. It's like, literally, I was just like, blank.
Yeah.
You know why. I was just like, okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Our next pick for this one is Hornet from Silk Song. This is one that was written in by Tim Geddes. Since Tim isn't here to defend himself, Tim did write in. Well, he says, Hornet, I don't care that she is the lead. I love her look, moves, voice, outfit, animations, 10 out of 10.
Boo, boo.
Yeah, Tim didn't understand the assignment.
Tomato.
Tim didn't understand
Great character, great thing.
I mean, she's rocked, but let's just move on.
Why did he vote for style?
Yeah.
He could have said Hornet in Hollow Knight. That would have worked.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
That would have worked. Let's shoot him some bail.
There you go.
He's sick.
Our third pick for this one, Invisigal from Dispatch.
Hell yeah. Good to see Dispatch finally get on one of these categories. Yeah. Invisigal, a.k.a. Invisibitch, yeah.
Invisibitch, shout out.
Laura Bailey, what a great character, what a great arc, what a great, again, no spoilers, choices throughout the game and seeing who she can evolve into for Robert Robertson, what can go on there. One of the reasons that, this character is nominated for the DICE Awards as well.
Exactly. This is one that I wrote in. I saw a TikTok over the break that cracked me up that basically broke down how Dispatch is Twilight for men.
Yeah. It was so accurate. Yeah. It was so deeply accurate.
Like, kind of just talk about the kind of like the power fantasy of being Robert Robertson, a man who's just like fucking bumbling around, but also the hottest women in the world just love him.
Mm-hmm.
Like the hottest superpowered women, just either want to either like him or tell him directly to his face, I want to fuck you type shit, right? Hilarious. But then also
the level of grabbing the bulge, you know?
Yes. That said, it works for me, right? Like I'm somebody who I'm so down for a choose your own adventure experience that gives me romantic options that I'm like, let's fucking go, right? I either go with Blonde Blazer for the reasons I would go with Blonde Blazer, or I go with Invisigal. And episode, I won't spoil anything, but I went with Invisigal.
Yeah, it's awesome.
For just pure heart reasons, right? Like,
and I think
shout out
one
to
of the
this
things you
character.
talk about, you know, I'm often vocal, especially for my RPGs, that I don't want romance options in game, right? And I think so much of that is chemistry. This is the reason why I would want them, right? Because this is a choose your own adventure, like you're saying. All of Robert's lines are done amazingly by Aaron Paul.
Yeah, bitch.
And then to have it either be Aaron for Blonde Blazer or have it be Laura for Invisigal, like you have actual chemistry there that makes so much sense and really does leave you in this place of how do you want to play the situation.
But also like in a friendship side of thing, right? Because I played with my brother, and naturally, like we just ended up with neither of them, right? Like it just became this thing of like, oh, we're just friends with both of them, and it worked out super well. And that take, by the way, the Twilight take was from Twitch streamer Stormfall. So shout out to her.
Oh, she rocks.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And also to take it out of even like just the romantic context / relational context with Robert Robertson, I think just what she means to the story and where the story goes is for the overall arc of like
great
where the plot's going. Just great arc for this character and great choices that surround this character and what she's going through. Our next pick for KFGPP is Rick from Kirby Air Riders.
Yeah.
He's my guy, bro.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking guy, bro.
I had no idea about this fucking guy, Roger. You sold me, man.
Dude, this is the thing that sold me on the game, okay? Tim just sent me this photo and said, you're going to love this guy. And I'm like, you know what? $70, bang.
Here you
this
go.
game rules. And Rick is my guy. The way that he just be running, his ult is just, he gets off the board and he just be running. He's going crazy mode.
He's super cute.
Yeah, he's super cute. Of course, shout out to also Daruch, the leader of the Squeaks. Shout out to him as well. This is a goated video game. We'll talk about it later one day. But you know what I mean? Like one of these games. One of those games.
Is this top 10? This is getting the top 10?
You know, we'll see.
This might be the last time we ever talk about Kirby
It'll
Air
get the
Riders.
love it deserves one day.
You know what I mean? We'll talk about it. And you know what? You know, your wrongs, maybe I'll write them in my top 10.
That might be, Roger, this might be my favorite nomination from the category.
You know, thank you so much.
I love this fucking dude.
Thank you so much. The GOAT, bro.
And our final one is Mike from Baby Steps.
Nice. Yeah. Shout out to Mike, man.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
I had to look this up because I thought Blessing just got it wrong of like Mike wrote in baby stuff. So
I thought Mike was like, you know how certain characters like a reflection of yourself.
Yeah.
I thought Mike was saying like, oh, my
Gotcha.
character. In Baby
No, I'm
Steps.
very Nathan. I'm very much Nathan, the main character. Of course, Nathan will meet many characters through his journey, but one of them is Mike, who is not afraid to ask for help, who is not afraid to take the safe route, to follow instructions, to prepare for the journey at hand. And of course, Nathan, or Nate, our main character, does none of that, right? He wants to do it all himself because he is afraid to ask for help. He does not want to put himself out there and thinks he can just handle the situation. So shout out to Mike for always being prepared.
Good job, Mike.
Yep. And shout out to our picks. These are all our picks.
I told Kevin to veto. We're vetoing the Hornet pick. What the hell, Tim? Know the instructions. You got to understand even what you're voting for. The preferred partner is Shurima from Silk Song.
There you go.
Come on.
Congratulations.
God, we love Shurima in this house.
Congrats, Sherma. Our next category is Best Trailer.
Oh,
This is the trailer. This is for a trailer that presented incredibly well and evoked strong reaction for us. This is a new category here. I'm very interested. This is when I was very interested to see the picks here, and I really like the assortment we have. So we're starting off with our number one, which is Star Wars: Fate of the Old Republic.
God.
I said number one, even though these aren't ranked, but our first pick that we have here.
What a moment this was.
And I think this is even one
Casey
where
fucking Hudson.
it's more of the reveal, right? Like I think next year if we do this again, I'll title it Best Reveal / Trailer, because this is one that I think evoked the biggest reaction from us in a showcase this year, and I think that's really saying something as far as the magnitude of this announcement.
Yeah,
this
it's so
was massive.
unexpected, right? I think if coming into this, of course, we were always like, oh, you got to see Star Wars Eclipse eventually, see what Quantic Dream says they're doing. But then to get here, like, oh, it's a Star Wars game, okay, and then it kept getting crazier, right? Of bringing out Old Republic to bring out the fact it's going to be this insane.
Should have been High Republic.
It's crazy Star Wars has got the motion like that. No matter what. Pod Racer, we freaked out about it, right? Like, it's crazy that Star Wars has just got the motion.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, it's exciting.
Yeah, I think really seeing just the words "The Old Republic" tied to it, like, is one level of hype, and then for me, like, Casey Hudson is
and that was
one
it
of
was
those
such an
legendary
unexpected
dudes.
thing. Usually, I feel like that's something you would see of. We see the trailer, then it's back to Jeff on stage, and he's like, "I'm excited to tell you that Casey Hudson's working."
Right.
The fact that they knew Casey's name would carry enough weight with this audience to put it in the trailer, money.
Our second pick, Unbeatable. Unbeatable. This
Barrett.
is a game that. This is one that.
Oh no.
CEO Junior's here.
He's here.
Tim Junior is here.
Wow,
Tim Jr.
Yeah.
here.
Rag, the real ass gamer, is here.
Look at him.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the man who just got back from the dentist, Barrett Courtney, parentheses, evil.
There's nothing more dastardly than showing up to your own company's award show late.
Wow.
And yes, I was at the dentist.
Where's he been?
Clean teeth.
I was at the dentist, but not my dentist.
Oh.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot about Roger Picorni's teeth to this morning.
Oh, you went to my dentist.
Wow.
I got 10 fillings one time.
Next time you go to your appointment, if you feel a little bit more of a tug, Raj, don't question it. Don't question it.
You gonna zoom in on Barrett's earring? That's sick. I love that.
Thank you. This was my Game Awards fit that I forgot to really take any pictures with, so figured I'd dress up nice today.
Good today.
But yeah, I just wanted to show up actually just to talk about the Unbeatable trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about it.
This final trailer for Unbeatable was kind of like the final story trailer we really got, and it felt like a different tone for the game. A lot of the previous trailers for this, it was a bit more hype, a little bit more cool, flashy, all this stuff, but the music that came along with this final trailer gave it a little bit more of that like emotional heart that I think the final game does have eventually near the end of the game, and it gives that tease of like there's something a bit more emotionally going on here in this story, in this tale with these characters. So this was one where I was like, oh, we might be going in a direction with this game that I wasn't expecting initially. And I think it's a testament to how strong the original music for this game is, that it like really, I think, like carries this trailer, along with like the, already the incredible style, the editing for the video and all that stuff. But yeah, it really pulls at the heartstrings, which I do think the peaks of that game definitely carry on with that promise. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a trailer that really like
Evil Barrett.
Evil Barrett, everybody.
The
Barrett parentheses evil.
Yeah. The trailers definitely
I like that.
did their job for me, aside from the fact that I didn't play much of the game when it released, but like the trailers made me want to play this game, right? The trailers made this game look like the coolest game on the planet, which is exactly what you want to do. Our next pick, also thank you so much, Barrett, for gracing us with your presence. We got to get you your own entrance music, though, because I keep thinking of Greg Double's going to walk from the back. God, he
I
looks
like
good.
that, though. I like that, though.
CEO Junior, you're allowed to use it.
Yeah.
He's part of my stable. The CEOs.
Part of his
Oh, wow.
Who's the secret third man?
Our next pick for best trailer is Clockwork Revolution.
Oh, okay.
Oh, great pick.
This was my write-in. I think this is one of the best game trailers of the last few years. I think one of the things I like about these write-ins is they display the different things about trailers that can really hit for people. I think with Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, it was kind of like the magnitude of the reveal. With Unbeatable, it is like the editing and like how it encompasses that game in a minute. And with Clockwork Revolution, I think when you're deep diving, even if it is kind of a truncated deep dive, because it's not like 20 minutes to 30 minutes, right? This wasn't like an Xbox developer direct type of thing. But within like 6-7 minutes, they did such a good job of telling us what Clockwork Revolution is. And what this game is something that really speaks to me as somebody who, has played quite a few Bethesda/Obsidian games. But I think as I go, like, Bethesda stuff has maybe hit less for me, at least with like something like Starfield. Obsidian this year, between Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed, those didn't really hit as hard for me as I wanted to. Outer World, and for somebody who also previously loved Deus Ex and Dishonored as well, there's something about Clockwork Revolution that is giving me the things I like about those games, but it also looks really good just visually and presentationally, and they break it down so well in the trailer, the amount of depth that they have here.
Yeah,
and so
I really hope it lives up to this trailer. This trailer was so good. What a head turner. Right to the top of like most anticipated for whenever this is coming out.
When is it coming out?
No idea. God. We had this conversation, me and Mike, today. Paris Lily, of course, a 12-year-old child in the chat, said that we're all in mind. It feels like what we're going to see next year, the big reveal for it.
I did not do the 6-7 thing on purpose, by the way. Apparently, I said 6 to 7. Did not mean to do that on purpose, but hey,
it's over now.
Now it is. Our next pick for best trailer is Tides of Annihilation, the Mirror Combat gameplay trailer. This is written in by Tim Geddes, who's not here, but you have other people in this at this table who also love this trailer.
Yeah, this one rocks. This is, we'd already seen kind of what the game was last year during a State of Play, and then they showed this one off more recently as a way to say, like, hey, we're still working on the game, obviously, and this is kind of what you should expect from the level of our productions, or from the level of our production and the level of our, like, I would say budget, because this game like does some really cool big stuff later on during this boss fight with the whole kind of the reflections in the sky and the mirror thing, and it's doing a lot of really, really neat stuff. And I hope that they continue to keep on working at it. And I hope this isn't like the only boss fight in the game that has this level of kind of creativity and high production value. Because if they could kind of do this 3 or 4 more times, like, wow, we're in a really, really nice territory with it. But yeah, they're doing just some wild stuff with tech, and hopefully it all runs well. And I think it's also really cool that you put this trailer out, and no, there are a lot of frame drops. This is a game in development, and I like that. I like that vulnerability, being able to show, like, no, we're still working on this shit, but it's awesome so far still.
It gets me more hyped when I see the frame drops, because then I know it's a real video game, right? Because this looks like such a fake video game, and then you see the frame drops, like, oh wow, this is like really actually playing on a console or some type of hardware. Like, I actually like seeing kind of that vulnerability. You're right.
It's nuts that we're in a place where we're getting more and more video games that can look like this. Between this or Phantom Blade Zero, or even if we go back to something like Eliza P. or
Black Myth Wukong,
or Black Myth Wukong, right?
Expedition to a certain extent.
To a certain extent. Like, games are getting crazier and crazier, and that's really dope. And I hope that isn't like a signal to, I don't know. I feel like that can get crazy and weird in terms of budgets and like over-speccing of where the money goes or whatever. But regardless, I think it's cool that games can look this cool and be real.
Yeah.
The game's cast.
And be
That's
real.
a whole other conversation.
Yeah, I'm excited to have it though.
Our last pick for best trailer is Wolverine.
Oh.
This is one that was written in by Greg Miller.
Yeah, again, I think there were so many great trailers this year. Wolverine finally getting to get the spotlight, though, and show us what this game is going to look like. It is real. It is coming. Here's the look. Here's the vibe of it. And I mean, as you watch it right now, the brutality of it. I think we all had so many questions of what kind of Logan are we going to get? What kind of game are we going to get? And we're clearly getting an M-rated Wolverine game, which, of course, that's what it should be and how it should be for what we're getting. And so I was just stoked to finally see it. I think as we talk about the Smileys here and being able to tip your hat to stuff, like, I think, when we talk about most anticipated games for next year, right, obviously GTA is getting all of its due credit for whatever industry redefining thing they're going to do. But Wolverine just looks like a blast, right? Like, I want to get out there and I want to tear things apart with these claws. I want to see what they're doing in this neck of the Spider-Verse that they've created, the Insomniac game-verse. I'm excited to see what they got up their sleeves and to do something different than Spider-Man, right? As Ben is now 30 more hours into Spider-Man 2, just swinging around doing crimes. Like, I'm ready to see a different kind of gameplay from a superhero game from Insomniac after 3 very similar ones.
I see a comment in the YouTube chat from Large Hog Gamer.
Nice.
Who says, Greg is very mutant coded. And I don't know what that means.
I guess
Like, I just like the idea of it. You're
like,
very
yeah.
mutant coded.
If Greg showed up to work one day and like he had like, I don't know, some
Just
like
really
claws.
hairy arms.
Yeah, like
long
something
fingers. And it's like,
I would have made you all steel. Or on fire.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, I like that.
You would've
Today,
been my
again,
Colossus.
back to Ben with his superhero book. He was looking for, once he saw Silver Surfer on like the cover or whatever, which he's had forever. I don't know why he just clocked it today. He started paging through it, trying to find it. And then he's like, I was doing the dishes. He goes, Dad, who's this bald guy in a wheelchair? And I'm like, oh, that's Professor X. Oh. And he goes, oh, does he turn into Silver Surfer? I'm like, no, he's a different bald guy.
Yeah, different bald guy.
Those are our winners for best trailer. Congratulations.
And, Bless, going into the next category, when we talk about games and how much energy sometimes they're required to play, you need sustenance. You need fuel. And so for the next category, this is going to be the best / worst meals ordered at Kind of Funny during a lot of our gameplays. And so really, really excited about this category.
Who's ordering that food?
Yeah, we're dominating.
Yeah, who's ordering it?
Roll the clip.
We better win.
All I want is just to go to In-N-Out. Like, I have the easiest, just take me to In-N-Out. Like, oh, wow, broccoli?
Oh, yeah, you're going to get a burger? Yeah, you're going to get a burger?
Are we getting dessert too?
Fuck yeah, bro.
They have a peanut butter pie cake.
Okay.
They have molten chocolate cake.
Yeah. Yeah, I already know. Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want the molten chocolate cake. They're my favorite. They got fucking fajitas. If you're ordering fajitas at Chili's, it's a Chili's night. I'm sorry. I told you I'm a liability at this point. You know what, Roger? Fuck it. Death Stranding 2 marathon stream. We eat nothing but health food. Feeling good, big dog. Everything's good. No, I'm not doing. I'm afraid of that. No, Roger, no! What do you want me to do with this, Roger?
So this is the coconut shrimp, I believe.
Yeah, I fucked that up.
You dip it, and you just eat it.
All right.
That's it. You don't have to dip it, honestly. You can take a bite first.
Look, you can fucking dip it. I want to dip it.
A little sweet, yeah. It's a little
You
sweet.
think I don't want to dip it on that thing?
You can dip it.
Well, I'm looking at it. Okay? Fuck, Raj. The coconut's too much. I don't want sweet. Damn, that's like straight up eating an Almond Joy. Give me a biscuit to clear my mouth.
Want to split a biscuit?
No, I want a whole ass biscuit. Yeah, don't fuck with me.
This is the shrimp. This is the garlic shrimp scampi. You don't bite the entire thing. You bite from here. Look at me.
You know how to use shrimp?
I think it's just to break it and then like rip out the meat. Oh yeah, there it is. That's good. Here you go.
Oh no! Fuck no! Fuck no! Fuck no! No, Roger. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not even trying that. That was fucking whack, Roger.
I will eat it with you.
Oh!
Look at that. Dip it in. You dip it in too. Dip it in with me. Right here. I've never had it before. That was long.
Ah, Roger! It's fucking ice cold!
All right, ready? It's a delicacy. Ready? Think it. You and me. Look at me. Look me in the eyes. When we do it, okay? Oh, that's good.
Did not look at it.
Oh! Give me a biscuit ASAP. And why don't you bring up DoorDash on your computer? You ready for this? Raising Cane's.
No.
B.O.B. bread, butter on both sides bread.
Let's just also peel back the curtain a little bit. You did have a massive quesadilla 5 minutes ago.
Now, have Mike and Roger already ate lunch?
Yes.
Of course.
You know, there's that food truck that I love that does the hibachi.
Can we take the stream IRL?
I think you can order it.
No, we're not going to order hibachi and not see the guy hibachi.
No.
It's a food truck. It's a food
Yeah,
truck.
he's still fucking doing it in the food truck.
Like, you think he's doing the volcano in the food truck?
Why would I order a hibachi food truck, man?
Yeah, it's like
if I'm not going for the
this
show.
is chicken and rice. What the fuck?
Now, what if we go there? I slide the guy a little Benjamin.
You come outside.
Tell him to flip a couple of shrimp in our mouth.
Would you catch a shrimp in your mouth if Mike did it?
Oh my God.
100%?
100%.
Let's order it. Just know I'm going to come back with a spatula and some shrimp.
Please do. I'm
and I will be
excited.
flipping them into your mouth. I'm going to throw a couple shrimp at me through the window if you can. I'm ready. I'll be right here. You just whip it right at me. Oh, shit.
It's hot.
Okay, I'm ready. All right, here we go. Good throw. Give it to me. Oh! All right, go. Yes! 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 Yeah! That's what's up, bro. Hibachi. You're acting like ordering food takes more than 1 minute. This kid thinks it's only going to take 1 minute.
Oh, yeah. It's going to take 5 minutes. I don't worry about it.
I love mashed potatoes.
Yeah?
I
like a chunky mashed potato.
See, now here's the problem. There's not many places that do mashed potatoes.
We have to split our meals, right? What is a restaurant that gives you way more food than you want, that also has every type of food you can imagine, including mashed potatoes?
Cheesecake Factory. Oh, the factory has a chat.
And you know what the funniest thing is? Is that when I was thinking about mashed potatoes in my head, I was thinking about their mashed potatoes, and I didn't even realize.
Dude, avocado toast? Ricotta cheese toast?
Why?
Baked brie truffle honey butter. Let's fuck with that.
Buffalo Blast. Have you had these?
You know what, Roger? I was trying to go healthy with the cauliflower. You know what? Get these instead. I want that. Get these. Get them. Order them. What if we just get for an app, mashed potatoes? For main course, mashed potatoes. For dessert, mashed potatoes.
You forget this?
See this.
Dude, massive problem. Gonna upset you. No mashed potatoes, bro. They gave us chicken and 3 pieces of asparagus.
Are you fucking curious?
Dude, I'm not fucking kidding, bro. You tell DoorDash to get on their shit. And these asparagus pieces, they're awful looking. They're not stiff at all, Raj. Yeah, take a photo and just say mashed? Question mark? Get on the phone with somebody.
I'm not gonna be rude to them, of course.
No.
I'm gonna be like, hey, is there any way you guys can send us some over?
You would never. And maybe an extra slice of cheesecake to make us feel better.
Cheesecake San Francisco.
Hey, man, this is Mike, bro. I just ordered from you guys, and I didn't get any mashed potatoes with the chicken breasts, and I was seeing if you could help me out. So we ordered the main dish.
The truffle chicken hot.
Okay, are you Homie doesn't want to hear 2 voices. He just wants to hear me talk to him.
I saw that dish in there without the mashed potatoes and the to-go.
No mashed, homie. Now,
should have called for it, so I'm really sorry about that.
That's all right, bro. If I order another round of mashed potatoes, can you maybe double it up for me?
You have to chat with DoorDash, and they have to process the refund and free delivery and all that. I can't do anything.
That's why we say don't even talk about them. You know what I mean? We just say fuck them. You and I on some real shit. I reorder the mashed potatoes. You take a look.
Yeah, unfortunately, I literally can't.
Now here's the deal. Let me sweeten it up one more time for you. You know what? Stop. Jesus Christ. This is nice.
Wow, that was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Art.
Beautiful.
We make art here, everybody.
It hurts to watch the
All those DoorDash orders only cost us $3,000.
That's fine.
A lot of great stuff right there.
Canceled out the entire point of doing marathon
Shout out
streams.
to Mike and Roger, the stars.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Thank
Great
you.
We
work.
got our money back for the mashed potatoes.
We got our
There you
money
go.
Huge.
back.
Right to the company
It's right.
card.
Yeah.
Good.
Girl math means we made money on
Yeah,
that.
it was huge.
That brings us to our very final category of the Smileys. Best Studio. This is for the studio that earned MVP status in 2025. We have 5 picks for this one, starting off with our first pick of the category, Team Cherry. Of course, come on, clap it up for Team Cherry.
Of course.
Andy, you want to take it away on this one?
Yeah, sure thing. I mean, Team Cherry obviously put out an amazing game many moons ago, and then kind of just did shit their own way. I think that's the coolest thing about them is that Jason Schreier article was so awesome.
So cool.
Being able to learn more about Team Cherry and then being like, nah, man, we don't want to have a massive team. We like our team being small. That's why this game is taking so long to make. We like doing things our own way. We're not really, beholden to anybody. We don't have shareholders or whatever. We're just doing things at our own pace, and we love making this video game, and that's kind of why things are taking so long. And after nearly a decade of hype and, raised expectations, this game could have come out and been a stinker, or it could have been a really, really awesome 8 out of 10, but still underwhelming. But they still managed to deliver an all-timer and exceeded all of my expectations still somehow. And they're just amazing at what they do, and really looking forward to the DLC coming out probably in 7 years. It's going to come out this year, apparently.
It'll be 100 hours.
Yeah,
It'll turn into a new game.
Yeah.
What's funny, I threw to Andy immediately because I assumed Andy wrote in with Team Cherry. No, the people that wrote in with Team Cherry were me and Barrett.
Oh,
I wrote in with Team Cherry, even not playing that much of Hollow Knight Silk Song, right? Just for the story. You mentioned the Jason Schreier article, which is a big part of it, but even the story of putting out this game for $20 that ends up as being a favorite of the year amongst people and being a game that is a beefy game. I hear people talk about, oh yeah, I'm this many hours, I'm 40 hours, 50 hours into Hollow Knight Silk Song, and I'm like, damn, dude, like putting that out after like being patient with your development, working on this game for years and years, not being rushed, not doing what XYZ thing, and being able to put it out for a price point that is affordable for people. People flock to it. It does really, really well in sales. The whole story around Hollow Knight Silksong is a special one. And of course, it's a studio that is following up after a game that was also very successful. And so they had the luxury of doing this. But I think what's powerful is that they were able to get that luxury by putting out Hollow Knight in 2017. And so shout out to Team Cherry for sure.
Hell yeah.
Number 2, our second pick for Best Studio, Obsidian.
Hey.
This is one that was written in by 2 people. This was Greg and Snowbike Mike.
Nice.
Come on, Greg.
Come on. Right.
You know it. Got to put some respect on that name. That team is incredible. They continue to just be the workhorse of Xbox Game Studios. And
3 games, 1 year.
3 games in 1 year, and they keep going back. I mean, Grounded 2 is fantastic as an early access product coming out and following up Grounded 1, kind of putting that to rest and saying, hey, this is the full game. Go out there and have fun. We're going to start up in a new backyard. We're going to go out and take you into a new survival sandbox. It's a ton of fun. And then, of course, Avowed and Outer Worlds 2, which is wild to say, 2 big RPGs out the same year.
Yeah, I think, Workhorse is such a great way to talk about Obsidian. I would argue as a fan, somebody who really loves Obsidian, they're not putting out 9s and 10s, but they're putting out consistently 8s. They're putting out consistent things that are there for you to go enjoy, to really pay off on the promise of Xbox Game Pass, that you're going to get these games that are from this at a deal that is better than buying them all on PlayStation.
Yeah, a lot of devs want to put out 1.8.
Right, exactly.
And that's they're constantly
when
delivering.
Obsidian speaks, I listen. I think they make really, really great games, and I think last year was an incredible year for them to, have. To put out one of those games, I think you would have been incredibly proud as a studio. To put out 3 of those games to really own that year, to start, do the middle and end, great stuff.
Yeah, if you add it all up, they put out a 24 out of 10 video game.
There you go.
Do the math.
Quick math.
Do the math. Our third pick for Best Studio, Sandfall Entertainment.
Wow.
Sandfall
Interactive.
I don't know who wrote this one in.
This one was written in by Tim Geddes, but I think we'd all be on the same page here.
Yeah. Nobody believed. When we first saw the Claire Expedition 33 trailers, we were like, what the fuck? That looks awesome. Who's making Sandfall?
They got
Who the
Gollum in
fuck
there?
is Sandfall? Yeah, it's what are we doing here? Who are these people? All right, clearly this will never live up to the hype, and then it so greatly exceeded it with such a small team. Yes, they use contractors, of course, but everybody does. Just incredible stuff here to have a vision, to deliver on it, and to crush it.
And then to deliver DLC right at the end of the year is like a little surprise as a thank you to the fans. Really, really awesome that they're, continuing work on this while also wanting to work on the next thing as well.
Yeah, and it's the similar thing that I mentioned with Silksong, except this is their debut.
Yeah,
right. Being able to do this with their debut and have the biggest game of the year this year, right? Absolutely insane.
And a game that broke out of all of our circles, right? Like, again, my brother has never played an RPG of this caliber, and he finished it. He consumed it so fast. I see people, I'm at Target, and I see someone with an Expedition 33 hoodie, right? Like, it is becoming pop culture.
If Tim was here, he would talk about his text group with all his friends from high school, right?
Yeah.
The people he grew up with that don't play every hot new release, but have all fallen in love with this game.
And you talk about the origin of the people of the studio coming out of Ubisoft, right? Trying to pitch a similar game or this game to Ubisoft and then being like, no, this isn't going to work. And then being able to put it out by yourself, betting on yourself. Super powerful stuff.
Yeah, I think
Really
How Long to Beat tracked that this is the #1 beaten game of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Insane.
Makes sense.
Our fourth pick for Best Studio, Hazelight.
Yeah, this was a last minute one for me because I went back and I'm playing Split Fiction. I always mix up their game's title. Split Fiction with Leanza, finishing it off finally, and I was just so taken aback and just in awe with every single second of this game. The fact that they're able to make this happen in a split screen format on the PS5, 60 FPS, this looks this crisp, so many incredible gameplay mechanics that they're always cycling through. It never feels boring, never feels stale. The fact that they have all of these side missions that have brand new worlds and mechanics that you can completely and utterly miss. This is a team that is locked the fuck in on their niche, that understands what they're going for, that is able to make video games at a pace that is really respectable in this sphere. I mean, making a game every pretty much 3 to 4 years is incredible. Being able to have multiple games per console generation at this point is a huge pat on the back, right?
Not many people do that.
Yeah, exactly, right? So for them to be able to have, It Takes Two, having A Way Out, and now, of course, Split Fiction. This game, I think, came out in the beginning of the year, hit was huge, and then we've kind of forgotten about it. But when you see how special, especially the ending of this game, right? When you get towards what they're able to do visually and graphically and technically, but also just gameplay-wise, is incredible. Yeah, this is a studio that I'm so excited to see their growth continuously, and I'm excited to see what they put out next because they are at the forefront of gameplay and tech in this industry. We got to put some respect on Haze Life for sure.
Yeah, we don't have a best moment of the year category because we don't want to really dive into spoilers or whatever. Sure. But like the Roger talking about the ending of the game, for me that would be my immediate write-in for moment of the year. Right? I think I would even stand by. I think Haze Light. I won't say they're underrated because they got Game of the Year with It Takes Two, but I think we forget. I think we forget how good these games are, even with Split Fiction coming out and us playing it and being like, yeah, it was great. And like, it's kind of just as good as It Takes Two. But like, It Takes Two was fucking excellent.
Incredible.
Of course, there's story, I'm sure that doesn't resonate with everybody. I totally get that part. But I do stand by, I think Haze Light is one of the most creative studios doing it right now. And so...
And I love their energy of just doing crazy things and meeting them at the Nordic party, right? Like that, I think that kind of colored it a little bit. But like being able to talk to them, the way that they develop games and seeing the behind the scenes of them prototyping it all, they're working at a clip, and I'm very excited for the next thing.
And our fifth and final pick for best studio is Round 8.
Yeah.
This is an Andy write-in.
Yeah, man. To come out with Lies of P and see that a studio is able to do what From Software is doing just as good and try to see looking at a lot of other studios trying to do the FromSoft formula, and always in my mind Round 8 has always been the gold standard for that's how you make a Souls-like or whatever, and they crushed it with Lies of P several years ago, and then to come out with what I think of as one of the best DLCs ever made. I think what it does combat-wise, what it does expanding on the formula while introducing amazing characters with wild story beats. Like, this game, and side quests that had me in tears. Like, this game is fantastic. The DLC for Lies of P was phenomenal, and it immediately makes me like, all right, the next thing is something you have to watch out for, because it's one thing to put out a banger of a game, and then maybe you put out a DLC that's a bit underwhelming, and you go, maybe that was just like a flash in the pan. No, man, this studio has it. They know what it takes. They know what they want to do, and they just deliver constantly.
Yeah, it's crazy how I think the standard of DLC has risen over the last 15 years of video games. It's funny having just beaten the Dark Souls 1 DLC last night, and like I blazed through it in like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Granted, I'm over leveled. Maybe it should have taken me more like 6 or 7 hours. But I beat Lies of P Overture over the break, and that could have been a standalone video game. You know what I mean? In 2009, like if that came out, this would have been a Game of the Year contender alone, and it is fucking DLC. There's a crazy amount of quality in this thing. The music's incredible. Like, I think Souls-likes in particular are killing it as far as what they're bringing with DLC. And to your point, Andy, Round 8 Studios, I think, is right in that conversation with From as far as like how good they're making Souls-likes. Of course, From is the studio that's innovating and pushing it forward each and every time. But like the fact that Round 8 is fucking right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're killing it, and I think they absolutely deserve to be acknowledged in the best studio conversation right now.
Hell yeah.
Chad, I promise I'm not doing the 6-7 thing on purpose. It just keeps coming out.
Yeah,
naturally.
it's coming in from the back of your brain.
It might be subconscious, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that is it for the Smileys. Of course, congratulations to all of our different winners across all the categories.
Games are fun.
Video games rock.
Video games rock. 2025 rocked as a year for video games. I'm looking forward to Monday to see our top 10 games of the year at Kinda Funny. So stay tuned for that. Tune in on Monday. What time do we get started with?
We're doing Games Daily as usual, and then following it up with that. And then it's another day where no stream, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe that's right.
I think there might be
there's a feudie afterwards.
There's a feudie afterwards, yeah.
So look out for that. Feudis will be on Monday now.
Feudis are on Monday now.
There you go. There you go. You get it. Of course, this has been Kind of Funny Gamescast. For each and every weekday, we get together and talk about the biggest reviews, previews, and topics in video games live on YouTube, Twitch, and on podcast services around the globe. Remember to support us with the Kind of Funny membership if you enjoyed the show. Get on Patreon, get on YouTube, Apple, or Spotify. You can get the Kind of Funny membership on any of those platforms. Of course, Patreon is where it's at, though. But get it anywhere that you are at. We'll see you Monday for Game of the Year. And until next time,
KFGPP, KFGPP, Kind of Funny Games, preferred partner.